Yo, they gonna impound all of these.
Yeah, for real.
You know they gonna be petty with it.
Walk right past all these cops right into the courtroom.
It's all.
What?
Oh, this is hard.
Wait, should I get my shit going too?
Dude.
Standing on business 3.
Okay, should we get the holy chariot arrival or whatever?
Standing on business 3 times. Hypothetical, because we do it 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, where's it going?
Right this way.
Say that.
What's up, Bob?
They got more cops on the outside.
Yeah,
than
this
they do
our
on the
house now,
inside.
motherfucker.
Type shit.
This shit
Type
empty.
shit.
Where
Type
the
shit.
police at?
Where is everyone?
I'm about to start flipping shit.
It's an echo.
Looking good, guys.
I'm about to start ripping paint.
Where are
all
we
over
at?
the wall.
Third floor, second floor?
Never mind. Hello.
Are you fucking me right now?
Where's the case? Upstairs or what?
They don't have masks on.
Oh, hold on. We can't have any masks.
Take that off. Just
No
that
mask.
guy right there.
I got no
Must be
mask.
your
Get out of here.
Keep
Don't
walking,
care.
you know these
Whoa.
fucking losers.
Don't give a fuck.
Out the way. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Come
Because the
Sweep
real
her upstairs,
question
sweep her
is,
upstairs.
because the real question is, what can you do about it? What can you do about it?
What the hell?
Fuck out my way.
Hey, start shooting, man.
Cute.
Hey,
Cute.
start shooting. Do what y'all do best. Start shooting.
Keep moving up the stairs.
I got their masks off.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Standing on business 3 times type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hypothetically, because we do it 24/7.
3 times.
Valid.
And then it was 2.
Not twice, not 4,
One
but
at
3.
a time, all right? Watches in the goddamn basket.
Fuck out
Push
of
it
my
through the
way,
system.
Man, yo, somebody bitch
Show
slap
your
him.
punk ass up, cuz.
Gentlemen, other
Somebody
than the
bitch slap him real
defendants,
quick.
we're limiting to say.
Come on, all
No
in.
other members of the
Everyone, come
One
on
at a
in.
time. One at a time.
Welcome,
Hey,
you guys all welcome.
One
Come
at a
on
time.
in.
Excuse me, brother.
Man, this ain't Atlanta.
Come
man.
on in,
TSA don't
everybody.
mean shit.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
I don't care who you are. Make sure your phone's on
Come on
silent,
in,
please.
everybody.
Put your phones on silent.
Yo, bitch ass,
Phones on
goddamn it.
silent.
Yeah, move.
My phone's even standing on business 3 times.
Oh my
Phones
god.
on silent, guys. Phones on silent.
On guard!
Go back. Hey, you.
Hey, you don't gotta listen to him, man. He don't mean shit.
dude.
If you're not a named defendant, do not cross past.
Shout out everyone who helped out with this, man. They some real ones. I
Well,
really appreciate that.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Hey,
the
what's
real
poppin', boys?
Rami, the real Taco Prince. Step forward, please.
Oh, I could have said please stand up.
We right here,
that'd
Your
be,
Honor.
You're already standing up.
Oh.
Makes sense.
The remainders of you.
I think he'll be proud.
Unfortunately, fire marshal's telling us that we've got
Hey, these motherfuckers
few
speak.
too
What's
many
going on?
people here.
Cute.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's cute.
That's a you problem.
That's cute.
Wait, who?
Well, these
Don't
are my
care.
supporters for my trial. How about you kicked out these random motherfuckers with their ugly ass fucking biker vests on?
Yeah.
Type shit, you know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
those dudes, criminals.
Speaking to anyone in particular, Mr. K.
If you don't stand on business 3 times, get the fuck out, you know what I'm saying?
That's cute and all.
Hey, man, this is TJ Walker's family right here. You can't kick us all out.
That's so fucking cute and all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yo, are the judge talking?
All right, we got everybody here.
Shut up.
No, we're missing Taco.
All right, where's Taco at?
We're also missing Daquan.
That fat fuck eating or something.
And where's Peanut?
He right here.
Right where?
I don't see
him.
He's running in and out. I think he's fucked up.
Okay.
He right here. You don't see him?
No, I actually don't. I see you.
No,
With
I
the
don't.
right here.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
him.
right over there.
You don't see him right here?
No, I don't.
No.
Maybe
Peanut.
someone pick him up.
Stop running, Peanut.
Yo, can y'all see
You're
me?
running from
Yeah.
the judges.
This is why we're saying there may be too many people in here for the fire marshal.
Alright, then walk your ass
What
out.
happened? I can't hear nobody.
Can't see you.
Okay, I gotta be here.
Then take your ass home, Norman.
I gotta be here.
I don't know what we're
You
gonna
and
do
me,
about
we gotta.
That's
We got an arrangement.
Start this off.
This is not a good.
Get Corwood out of here. He's taking up half the courtroom anyway.
Yep. Ain't that good?
Yeah.
Fuck Corwood.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you know right now, bro.
All right.
Peanut, you fucking it up, bro.
What you mean, dude?
They're trying to.
We're gonna need
do
some of
that.
you that
I'm
are
gonna
here
go
that
to
are
sleep,
here
right?
that are
I'll
not
go to
summoned
sleep.
parties to
No,
leave.
I can hear
Alright, Bobby Charles, get the fuck up out of here.
Everybody here this time.
Let's get Bobby Charles and
if you're
Carmine
not
the
a summoned
fuck up
witness-
out of here.
And you're in the gallery just to watch. Ursula is providing coverage for you.
Why you saying
some
fuck
of you are
this
gonna need to go.
for?
Okay.
That's you, Carmine and Bobby. Get
what-
the fuck out of here.
What about the 45 cops that are over there on the wall?
It's
I think
43.
what he mean by some is the people that ain't standing on business 3 times get the
Is there a
fuck
bunch of
out,
cops
man.
over there? I can't even.
Hypothetically.
TJ
I'll-
Walker.
there's like
family,
7.
Man, we
There's like
can't
7.
see, bro.
I see 3 cops.
Listen, I understand
Yeah, I
if you're
see
not
2.
there's maybe a lot of spectacle for
There's
a lot of
7
people.
then.
They're interested in watching this case. You can watch it. There's streams of it, and they are advertised on Twitter if you'd like to.
What's
take a look.
Deputy Dumbfuck doing right here?
I
with
don't
his
like
helmet?
watching ads.
Okay, I understand, but we can't really proceed if we can't even speak with the defendants because there's so many
Why
people
is
here.
Ellie just cuffed over?
I bought tickets.
We weren't selling tickets. If you bought tickets, you got scammed.
You should get a refund for that.
She's on a hut and asked.
I bought tickets for this shit.
Non-refundable. Yeah, come on, man. I bought tickets.
Yeah, if you bought tickets, you got scammed. Get.
All right, so a whole right side.
We all good.
You know, Carmine and all that. You know, we can get them out of here.
Yeah, everybody that's not leaving, come to the left side.
You know,
Everybody that's not leaving, come to the left side.
all those hospital motherfuckers can get out of here too.
Yeah, everybody that's not leaving, come to the left side real quick.
Yeah, tight shit. Good shit, Bobby. Good shit.
All right, everybody on the right side, y'all good to go? Y'all good to get up out of here? Y'all heard the judge.
Man,
This
I was
shit is
here
never
first,
gonna
brother.
happen.
Come on, man.
Yeah, everyone except King OTT, man.
You ain't standing on business, bro.
Man, we are in a
Hypothetically.
3 times. by the way.
times.
3 times.
we are in a democratic building, man. Don't nobody
That
give
is
a fuck about
hypothetical, though.
royalty.
24/7, man.
That's cute, Crane. That's cute.
That's cute.
I'll wait
How
for
about
you
people
guys in
that ain't with me
prison.
get the fuck
Nobody
up out
asked.
because they just watching. My people here for a reason.
Crane, that's so fucking cute of you.
I see a bunch of bozos over there standing around for no reason. What you doing here, Crane?
Good luck.
Get the fuck out of
Getting
here.
up out of here. Good luck, boys.
Where's Crane? I don't even see him.
Oh, bro,
He's wearing a fucking.
I also cannot
He's
see.
kind of got you there, dog.
Yeah,
He's kind
the,
of got
point, the
you there.
fact that you can't see him is kind of the point, sir.
Shut up.
Wait, what's happening? I'm fucking
People-
confused.
Ain't standing on business, so they walking up.
We at the court case now.
Back in, alright?
Put the outfit on and pull
What
up.
am I doing? What's the plan? Who am I shooting?
I'm gonna text you the radio.
The entire thing for
Or
you to
call
watch.
pigeon. Call pigeon. I'm in the middle of it. Call pigeon.
Are lawyers and paralegals good, Your Honor?
No.
We'll see. We need to. I mean, we need
It
to clear
depends.
as much as possible so that we can see who's in here and who's not.
Pay me $1,000,
I'll leave. Vicky, you better have cooked something good up for this.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know what happened the last time? Was the live stream something?
I cooked my best.
Good, good. 35 years, this better not go down the drain, buddy. You hear me?
Wait, are they trying to get us to leave?
Oh, it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and back in as well just to see who I can.
Yeah, don't come back, Norman. Yeah.
I
Walk out the courtroom just like we told you. Hey,
What was
good
that?
shit, fellas. Stand on business.
We can't move, Your Honor. We're cuffed to the table. We can't
yeah.
leave and go
Hey,
back
3
out.
times.
Yeah, can I know
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
know.
cuffed to the
Is this
fucking
Decorn
table?
Is the Quan dumbass here? Where is Peanut?
I think he took a
Did
nap.
did he run off?
Oh, he might have rewoke up.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on,
guys. Can y'all please?
Nope, this is good now. Half the room left. I think we should be good.
Come back in. We're good.
Get them song.
I think we should be good here.
We're gonna talk
when
you
guys
All right, sounds good. Chief,
We need
Chief.
to get
All
this
right,
started.
you-
Let's go.
Hey, Chief, be my bitch.
Can I-
Why don't you leave the courtroom?
Can I get uncuffed, please?
Damn.
Yeah, be a good bitch and
Damn.
walk out the courtroom.
Damn.
Hey, y'all can leave, man. I got arthritis, man. I
Cancer,
woke
can you
up
be
on
my
the
bitch and walk
stairs.
out the courtroom?
My knees swollen.
Type
My
shit.
ankle swollen.
Rami, she's a witness.
Can't be a witness, Rami.
Yeah.
Who is Cantor?
probably gonna be
Is Robbie going to like a hip hop concert? Like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Shut up.
Wait, who's the witness? Cantor?
You don't know what the hell. You don't even know the shit.
Did Dava apologize to her for having me put an assassination hit on her? I just want to make sure she knows that she's
I saw that on Swatter yesterday.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize to you, but I couldn't get in touch with you. Sorry about that.
Oh, can you get these guys to uncuff us from the table?
All right, once we got Peanut back in here, we'll go ahead and get started.
I don't see you cuffed to the table.
Half the courtroom just
gonna be
left. How much
6-7
more people you
hour.
need to leave?
Yeah, maybe we gotta spread it out. Spread it out a little bit, guys.
Peanut
Spread
needs
over
to
there,
wake
over there.
back up, Bobby.
Hey, Norman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I please
Jimbo.
get on fucking cuffed, bro? Like, I'm gonna stand there for how many hours? The shit didn't even fucking start.
To the you can be cuffed to the table, but you know, as long as
Brother.
you don't have your hands
Are
behind
you
your back, do you?
cuffed?
I'm just saying, there's less.
You're not
people
even
in here
cuffed.
than
You're literally not even
when I
cuffed.
walked
You're cuffed to
in.
the chair.
All right, Bobby.
I'm not
waiting
cuffed,
on
though.
Peanut
Say
to
less.
wake up.
You're cuffed to the chair, Vinny.
No, I'm
Okay.
not.
Yeah, you are.
All right.
No, I'm not.
Hold on, I got you.
Vinny, okay, I'll walk
I mean,
over and
it's a
cuff you to the
chair.
chair then, Vinny.
Kicks chair, breaks it.
Yeah, literally.
Chair's broke, bro. Sorry.
I'll try. If anything,
Gotta get another chair.
Gonna be live and
Hey, what-
Ursula's
excuse me, officer. What's your name?
If you're interested.
Ventura?
Ventura. Okay.
Just got need to know what to put on a gravestone type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Heads and boulder hats get to stand to that because no one's pushing them out.
Fair enough.
Ugh, who's that Karen out there?
So, how's everybody's day going?
Vinny, just lift the chair with you if you want to run.
I
Okay.
ain't running nowhere, bro. We're gonna be here till fucking tomorrow anyway.
We've got this, gentlemen. Don't worry.
Of course, someone had to say that. You know. Come on, dude.
I'm not leaving. I'm a woman. They tell me to go just because I'm a woman. I will not have that today.
How's my face? Am I looking okay?
Somebody
You
like
look
us
great.
from the west.
Yeah.
Is Taco even awake right now?
Kay,
No.
Rami, how am I
I don't see
looking?
him either.
You look great.
Oh, thank you so much.
I took a nap.
I don't think he's coming.
No, that's his choice.
Gentlemen, is Peanut back yet?
No, he should be getting off the train soon here.
We'll give a couple more minutes, obviously. Wait on him to be Ventura did.
Good night.
Mr. Sinclair.
I'll leave you guys to it as well, bro. You know
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know if Taco will be showing up to the case?
No,
Unsure.
he will not.
Okay.
He will not. We would not be. He's invoking his Fifth Amendment right, anyways.
Okay.
Take her right.
You look lovely today, by the way, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Cornwood.
And I say that as a gay man. The highest of compliments, truly.
Huh?
I don't
What
think you need to
the
be gay to
fuck?
compliment a woman.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Crazy.
it's more genuine coming from me.
I feel like it's less genuine.
Yeah.
Yo,
No,
hire
no,
this
no,
guy,
please.
man.
I'm being very genuine.
not helping.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You guys. Mickey, you're like over glazing it.
Yeah, Mickey, you're trying way too
Mickey,
much, bro.
she doesn't like cops.
L-Riz,
It's
Mickey.
Norman. You gotta get your good side on.
Rami.
Huh?
I have to glaze all of them.
Watch out, move over.
Glaze
I
Norman,
have a
bro.
I have a Hail Mary cook, and I'm gonna try it. Okay.
Hail Mary, what? I thought you...
Shut up and let him do his thing.
Oh shit.
You ain't a fucking lawyer.
Let me fucking cook, Rami.
Okay.
Fucking cook.
The hell had I move?
I've had to hide this shit for the last few days. Okay.
Okay.
Woo!
Rami's record's
Court,
bullshit, bro.
let's
That dude,
go.
I've seen this
Yeah.
guy in action.
Just about ready.
I think he wins his cases
I'm
by
so
annoyance.
excited. So
I'm glad
excited.
Mickey
you
doing,
know.
though?
Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
Yo, Vinny, the judge is over there.
Yeah, don't care.
I think the thing is, like, you know, if you think about your muscle, it's,
We let
it's
Mickey
128.
execute his plan without interruption,
That's
and we
not
just see how
what's
it
in this
goes.
room.
That's our best bet here. We start switching up the plan. It's just like anything. You have a plan for a shootout, and you start switching it up midway through. Everyone, it falls apart. Well, let Mickey do his thing.
What is Crane wearing right now? Do you see him?
Nobody's gonna cook shit.
I think it's Judge Dredd.
Except Mickey.
Do you see what he's wearing?
Yeah.
A helmet?
Is he a cop too now?
Justice.
I think that's Judge Dredd.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mr. Sinclair, do you happen to have a ETA for your other client, Mr. Dumbass? I think that's all we're waiting for.
What penis don't?
I do not have an ETA for him.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh, there
It's
he
him
is.
right there.
Right on time.
Perfect.
Thank you, Piano.
Thank you for dressing for court, Mr. DeMoss. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that, man.
Let's just get this underway. We're here for the people v. Mr. Kebun et al. I'm gonna leave a general
All the
reminder
Mr.
to the
Kebuns.
courtroom. This is a serious matter. The gentlemen in this room are facing serious charges, and we have a long case in front of us. Let's not have any disruptions. As you saw in the signs on the way in, any outburst, you're going to be getting contempt of court, 100 months in prison, $10,000 in fines. Is that understood?
All right.
If I say
Yes,
I agree,
Your Honor.
is that contempt?
Say it quietly to yourself. How about that?
Okay.
All right. We have 5 out of the 6 defendants here. Before I read the statement of charges, are there going to be any pretrial motions from either side?
None from the prosecution, Your Honor.
Okay, from the defense?
Just one, Your Honor.
Sorry?
Just one.
Okay, go ahead.
Motion to strike a piece of evidence. In report 6164, it is labeled. Let me get the exact. It is labeled "twat" from Mr. K, expressing disdain for the government. It's the 4th from the bottom.
You hear him?
We wish to strike it as there's no way to validate it. There's no timestamp of when this was taken from. It's just a relative time from Twitter. We don't know if it's from a month ago, 2 months ago, yesterday. We don't know, and we would like it stricken.
I'll take a rebuttal from the prosecution.
I have no issue striking that piece of evidence, Your Honor.
Well, as a matter of fact, Your Honor, the
Here we
plot
go.
can,
Fucking
of course,
Oliver.
be
A
authenticated
matter of fact,
by
Your
witness
Honor.
testimony, and there isn't necessarily a way to get the timestamp as requested other than by witness testimony.
Yeah, so that's why you don't put it in.
Or you just document when you fucking...
Final from the defense.
There really is a way to prove it. There is metadata that is applied to all photos taken that have been submitted into
All
evidence.
right, pause, stop. I'm going to go ahead and weigh the evidentiary value of the evidence accordingly. I'm going to let it stand on the record for now. But I will weigh its value as I go to deliberate.
Yeah, Rami, exactly what you were saying, Rami.
Oh yeah, y'all going.
All right, keep supporting shitty police work, Your Honor.
Oh, he's a
really
cop
not hard
judge.
to jot
You
down when
literally
you took the
called that.
picture.
The other two don't like cops. He's
State
the
that I
only
would
one
note
that's a
his
cop
concern,
judge.
All right, any other pretrial motions, defense?
No, sir.
None, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Let's go and read the statement of charges here. In the evening of the 21st of May, 6 individuals took it upon themselves to cause great harm to important members of Los Santos' government, innocent civilians, and members of the
Doesn't
LSPD.
set shit in stone. Relax.
All
we're good.
6 individuals engaged in working together to shoot down several members of the city council, killing one of the sitting members, Terrence Walker. Upon a response from officers of the LSPD, the 6 gunmen refocused their attempts to engaging in a gunfight and holdout with several police officers on the 4th floor of City Hall. Thankfully, all 6 gunmen were apprehended at the end of the ordeal, but unfortunately not without major losses and the loss of a life. While on a hold waiting for trial, 4 of the suspects were broken up from DOC custody, while local DOC refused to accept paperwork to extend holds for 2 others. We have 5 of the defendants here today. Gentlemen, I'm going to be calling on you one by one. I'll need you to enter pleas of either guilty or not guilty to your charge.
I mean, some chicken Alfredo.
Mr.
Should we
Dumas,
just
I'll be
say,
starting with
like,
you.
should we start
Take
just
one step
guilty
forward.
just so we get the fuck out of here?
It's dumbass, sir.
All right, Mr. Dumas,
Say-
to
say
one
your
count
honor.
of one count of criminal possession of a firearm class 1, how do you plead?
Hell nah.
Okay, to one count of federal authority felony offenses, how do you plead?
Wasn't me.
Am I supposed to interpret that as not guilty, sir?
Damn right, man. Hell yeah.
All right. For these going forward, I need you to say either guilty or not guilty, okay? 26 counts of accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Hell not guilty.
Okay, and 3 counts accomplice to attempted second-degree murder. How do you plead?
I'm blind. Not guilty.
Okay. 4 counts of criminal use of a firearm related to a hot gun in your possession. How do you plead?
Jesus took the wheel. Not guilty.
Okay, 1 count to accomplice to robbery pertaining to a hot gun. How do you plead?
Robbery? What? Not guilty.
1 count accomplice to murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Who I accomplice? Not guilty. That's bullshit.
And 1 count of terrorism. How do you plead?
I'm a terrorist? Come on now, dude. Not guilty, bro. What the fuck?
Understood. Let the record show that Mr. Dumas has pled not guilty to all charges.
I think the
Dumbass, sir. Dumbass, please. I want to hear you say it.
Dumbass.
That's right.
Dumbass. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Zolo, you're not.
Woohoo.
Zola.
Yo, Zolo.
Oh, wait, no.
Mr.
Don't
Levy,
move,
can you go
don't
one step
move,
forward?
Do not move. Do not move.
He can't. He's cuffed to the table.
Okay. Mr. Levy, I'll go and read it out from here then, sir. Make sure you're shouting for it. To 1 count of criminal possession of firearm class 1. How do you plead?
Tight shit. Stand on business, Zolo.
Yep.
Silent treatment.
That's what I'm talking
He's
about.
speaking, I can't hear him.
That sounds like Peanut. That sounds like Peanut.
We'll come back to him. Mr. K, we'll go and read down your charges here.
Okay, whatever.
All right. To 1 count of criminal possession of a class 1 firearm. How do you plead?
What's the date of that?
The date of the incident, sir.
You got that date on hand?
May 21st.
What's the charge?
Criminal possession of firearm class 1.
Just trying to think. No, not guilty.
All right. 1 count criminal possession of government issued equipment.
What's the date on that?
Same date. All these charges are going to be to the same date.
What was the date again?
We're gonna make this guy hate
May
us.
21st.
Okay, that's crazy. I'm just curious how you have the dates and they don't on a tweet, but that's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna
not
piss him
guilty.
off. We can cook this guy.
1 count federal authority felony offenses. How do you plead?
Oh, not guilty.
Okay. 26 counts to accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Babe.
Not guilty, but I have shot someone for that before.
So make sure that your phone's on silent.
3 counts accomplice to attempted second-degree murder. How do you plead?
Oh, not guilty.
All right. 1 count accomplice to murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Tell him about the bullets.
Oh, not guilty, but I have shot a government employee for that before.
1 count terrorism. How do you plead?
Oh, not guilty.
And
But
1
that
count
is a
of
former
prison break.
terrorist, though. Oh, not guilty.
Not guilty on that as well. Rami.
Yo.
Hey, 1 count of criminal possession of firearm class 1. How do you plead?
Can you use that sentence?
Yes. Ramio Raman is alleged to have
Bobby?
criminally
So
used
you
a firearm
tell me to stop and you do the same thing.
2024.
That's not guilty, sir.
Okay, 1 count federal authority felony offenses. How do you plead?
Not guilty, sir.
Okay, 26 counts to accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
3
that a new
counts
tie?
accomplice-
It's not a tie.
Yes, it is a new tie. Is
He's not wearing it.
that a new vest?
Good shit, good shit.
Not guilty.
Oh,
Yes.
What are y'all doing?
26 counts accomplice to attempted murder of a
Not
government
guilty,
employee.
sir.
All right, 3 counts of accomplice to attempted second degree.
Not guilty, sir.
Okay, 1 count accomplice to murder of a government employee.
Not guilty, sir.
1 count of terrorism.
Not guilty, sir.
And 1 count of prison break.
Not guilty, sir.
Understood.
I'm cuffed already.
Mr. Left. You back with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read out your charges this time. You need to enter a plea guilty or not.
No, I'm just gonna cuff you to the chair here. Okay.
To 1 count of criminal possession of firearm class 1. How do you
All right,
plead?
sounds good.
Sorry, Your Honor, I can't hear you. You got Cornwood over here talking.
That's good.
Okay. To 1 count of criminal possession of a firearm class 1. How do you plead?
You're not touching me.
Not guilty.
All right. 1 count federal authority felony offenses. How do
No,
you
you
plead?
don't. I'm not.
Not guilty.
26 counts to accomplice to attempted murder of a government employee. How do you plead?
Definitely not guilty.
3 counts accomplice to attempted second degree murder. How do you plead?
3 counts.
Yes.
Not guilty.
Okay. 4 counts of criminal use of a firearm pertaining to a hot gun in your possession.
All right,
How
thanks,
do you
man.
plead?
Definitely not guilty.
Okay. 1 count accomplice to robbery pertaining to a hot gun in your possession. How do you plead?
Robbery? Oh, not guilty.
One count accomplice to murder of a government employee. How do you put it?
Definitely not guilty.
One count of terrorism. How do you?
Definitely not guilty.
And one count of prison break.
Not guilty.
All right, very. Mr. Pistone, last but not least, that's your charges.
Can I just say not guilty to all of them so you don't have to go through them?
Sure. You'd like to say
not guilty.
Not guilty.
I heard you fucking say it 3,000 times.
Oh, well, yours are slightly different. You don't have the. It's all good. All right, let the record show the defendant is pleading not guilty to all charges. Let the record also show that Mr. Prince is not in attendance at this court case here today.
Good shit, Peanut. Oh my God! Hey, Ellie.
Robin, they're giving me robbery for a gun. Like,
Peanut, stop resisting. Come on.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Mr. Adams, they're harassing me. Mr. Adams, please.
You're being
He
called
asked
to
me
the
to go
table,
feed to
sir.
the table.
It's fine. Prosecution will go and begin with your opening statement when you're ready.
that's crazy.
Thank
Cole.
you, Your Honor.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm just doing my job in my eyes. You know.
Fucking corn dog.
Your Honors, ladies and gentlemen of the court, 1 week ago today, this very building, the seat of our democracy, was the site of an attack perpetrated by the defendants. That attack on the council room 1 floor above us left council members incapacitated, left civilian farmers shot, left county clerks bleeding, and left our city's treasurer, T.J. Walker, dead.
Amen. Hallelujah.
The resulting holdout afterwards left numerous police officers injured from the firefights that ensued. The defense today will try to say that these actions were justified. They will try to spin a story about how Daquan Peanut Dumbass's mom was having a train run on her by the council.
Amen.
This is a bogus fabrication that I am ashamed to even mention in this courtroom today.
He hates my mama.
Through evidence and testimony provided today, the prosecution will show how the 6 defendants are responsible for numerous attempted murder charges, the murder of our city's treasurer, and the disruption of our highest governing body's critical functions. In short, Your
Mickey
Honors,
seems confident.
terrorism. Thank you.
The fuck up.
In the ground.
This guy sounds like Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Whitlock. Peanut, for reference, keep your comments to yourself, okay? Or at least quietly, so I can't hear
I'm
them,
sorry,
okay?
sir. I'm sorry. He just, I got PTSD and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude so
I understand. You're going through a tough time. I get it.
Sorry, sir.
Defense, your opening statement will be delivered by Mr. Sinclair or Mr. Ferrara.
You've got this, Mr. Ferrara. Speak with your chest. Let them know.
Your Honors, peoples of the court, today we are here for a very serious matter, one of alleged terrorism and murder. And today the prosecution will try to paint you a picture of a targeted political attack. They'll try to have you believe that the defendants had political motivations in mind, but that's simply not the case. They'll try to minimize the unconventional methods used by a doctor with a history of malpractice. The evidence that will be presented will simply not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that what occurred was terrorism, by how it's defined in our great state. Biased witnesses will get on the stand and give tale of what they think should be the case. And I do concede that the prosecution will do their best, but it simply won't be enough. They have tried and will fail. Thank you.
Okay. Short and to the point. I like it, Robin.
Let the games begin.
He's doing closing.
Let the games begin.
Okay, thank you for your opening statement there, Mr. Ferrara, as well. We'll keep things moving along. Prosecution, please go ahead and call your first witness.
The prosecution will call Maximilian Thoroughbred to the stand.
Mr. Thoroughbred, come on up.
My man leading the investigation.
Do your
Victim,
thing, Mick.
witness.
Do your thing, Mick. It's your time to shine. It's in your blood, Mickey. It's in your blood, baby.
Mama raised no bitch, Mickey.
Mama
Remember
ain't
that.
raised no bitch. Remember that.
That's right.
Wait.
Mama
Okay,
ain't
grab it.
raised no bitch. You're right.
Let them fall right into
Mama
your
ain't
trap.
raised no
Yo,
fucking
hey, Adams,
bitch.
can you hear me?
This is gonna be bad.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Peanut,
seems
ain't
to be
nobody
suffering
wanna
from
hear you.
skill issue right now.
What the fuck? You feeling deep today, huh?
Space.
No, Peanut. I know you were whispering, but I feel like
Yeah, why am I so loud?
if you had a gain, it was like at 3 fucking thousand.
You fine, bro. You
But it's
fine.
not though. It's not.
You fine. You fine.
Now you
Yeah,
good, now you're
Vinny
chilling.
just bitching today, man.
Cornwood, you go and swear the witness in?
Yo, that's crazy.
Okay, always just running his mouth as usual.
Yeah,
You
I know
solemnly
like to put
swear
the mouth
that
to
your
use, you know
testimony
what I'm
today
saying?
will be
I'm
the
Big
truth, the whole
Bang
truth,
K.
and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury. So help you bass.
I do.
Oh, Rom, you smoking on that
For the
pack
record,
still.
Cletus, have them raise their left hand before they do that as well.
I just
Oh, right.
But I will call that the
I
witness
do.
is sworn in. All right, the witness is sworn in. Mr. Whitlock, go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hello, Mr. Thoroughbred. How are you doing today?
Could be better.
For the court record, what is your name?
Maximilian Thoroughbred.
What is your current employment
Cop like that out
position?
there needs to go down.
Mayor?
100%.
Where were you on May 22nd around 8 p.m. EST?
The weekly scheduled Council of 8 meeting.
As coach.
That's
And
not the
what were you
weekly.
doing
That's,
there?
it's on Saturday, not Wednesday.
We were about to hear 3 different incentives to be presented to us to solve the famine.
Who was there with you?
Alex Mushkin Domino, head clerk. Alan Crane, chief justice. Murphy Braun, head of bar. Cletus Cornwood, PD liaison. Siobhan Thoroughbred, chief of staff. Myself.
You already fucked up.
He's only the mayor.
Solomon Walker, deputy mayor. TJ Walker, the
What happened
treasurer.
to commission this down
Ursula
third?
Leichenberg in the corner. Filming.
And what were you doing before the shooting occurred?
I was getting up because I believe it was the head of bar that said to let in the farmers that had come to see us, to open the door and let them in.
After you unlocked the door to the council meeting room, what happened?
Well, I said I said come forth, clowns, and then 6 clowns emerged from the archives room masked up with guns.
And how many shooters did you see?
6.
And where specifically did these shooters come from?
The archives room, it's the only unlockable,
He's trying to make a joke,
not
Jack.
lockable door on the top floor of City Hall.
Were you carrying any weapons on you?
My 1911.
Were you able to defend yourself?
No. No.
What happened after the shooters appeared?
5 of them ran inside of the council room, and one of them stopped me as I was standing in front of the 3 farmers and pointed a gun directly at my head, said, "This is for fucking my mom, Max," and then shot me.
I think it matters that we got the date wrong.
Did you hear anything else during the shooting?
Pretty much simultaneously, I heard shouted from the council room, "Meeting adjourned," from an unfamiliar voice. I've spent a lot of time with the Council of 8, and it was most assuredly one of the gunmen that shouted that.
So how did he hear that while he was getting shot in the head?
Did you hear anything after you were incapacitated on the ground?
Bro, he's been coached so much on this. You can
What kind of
tell.
question is
I
this? Did
heard
you
one
hear
of the
anything
gunmen
when you're
questioned
incapacitated?
Also, I don't know
on the
how
ground?
he knew it was the archive
Very
room because he didn't see where we came
Exactly.
from.
Why
He was
was
actually
this door
he was
locked?
looking left when they fully
After I'd
brought-
been
yeah,
moved inside
exactly.
by one of them, and after the door itself had been locked by the head of bar. After the shooting.
Mr. Thoroughbred, do you know of the organization Chain Gang?
I do.
Have you been threatened by members of Chain Gang before?
I have.
What?
Did the council meeting resume after the shooting?
No, it couldn't.
Has the council met at all since the shooting occurred?
Not in any formal official capacity, as far as I'm aware. We can't be.
Why not?
This guy's trying to prove that we put a stop to council meetings and they haven't been able to whatever.
TJ Walker, may he rest in peace, was executed in cold blood, putting us down one council member. The Chief Justice at the time was in the ICU, and I believe that City Hall proper is not safe enough to convene the Council of Eight until we've had time to review security protocols and to appoint a new treasurer.
Have the core functions of the city council been disrupted?
Indisputably.
One moment, Your Honors.
I'd ask them if they have security at the meetings.
Take your time.
You want me to give you things to ask, or should I just ask them?
All right, thank you again for being here, Mr. Merritt's got a couple questions for you.
Sure.
To start off with, these meetings of the city council, are they publicized, the time and place?
Have they ever met without all members there?
As far as I'm aware,
And they
they are
usually
not
meet on
like
Saturdays, not the day he
routinely
said, which wasn't even the
advertised
actual
or
day.
publicized.
Oh, it's literally
And
live
that
streamed. What is he
said,
talking about?
Our
She
meeting
literally
time is
tweets.
not secret, nor is it private information. If anyone on the street were to ask me when the council meets, I would tell them.
All right, and in fact, that these meetings are recorded?
Yeah.
So the public is aware of that information, I suppose, from that aspect. Is that about right?
Objection.
Not as aware as I would like them to be. I've spoken to a lot of people who did not even know that they were recorded. However, there are some interested individuals who do religiously watch each council meeting, and I encourage everyone to do so.
Gotcha. What can you tell us, other than for council meetings, about the use and the access to this meeting room?
Bro, how they letting these
Objection
questions go off?
vague.
Sure, I'll refine that a bit. Is that meeting room used for any other purpose other than for council meetings?
So you're withdrawing the question and asking.
They're letting them
That's
fall
right.
into their traps, though.
Did you re-ask the question for me?
What are the other uses of that meeting
There's a
room
lot of this
other than for council meetings?
Is that okay? Can I answer that?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, he asked a different question. You're fine.
So we think. We'll
there
see
is
if
no other
they can
purpose for
pull
that
it
room.
off.
What? It literally said, bro.
And are the only individuals that use that room council members?
Objection leading.
Let's put it this way. Who has access to that room?
Am I allowed to answer that?
You are. The previous question had the objection sustained. He's asked a question.
Only council members can enter that room.
All right, thank you,
And
sir. Go ahead, sir.
as far as I'm aware, only council members can enter that room.
So it could be more.
Anything further from the prosecution?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, floor is open for cross.
You want to go with me?
I'll start, and if you have any others,
Okay.
you can chime in.
Nothing.
Come on, Mickey.
Maximilian Thoroughbred. Great to see you here.
Hello.
So, Maximilian Thoroughbred, I'll start with this. After being incapacitated, as described in your testimony there, did you return to City Hall?
Objection scope.
Rebuttal is that the scope is contained within the video evidence submitted by the prosecution themselves.
There was nothing about returning. to
He's on
City
a
Hall
cross seat. That's gonna
afterward
get.
after the
He's gonna
fact
get
in
told.
direct
You can't ask
testimony.
that. You gave the wrong answer.
Is like Judge Adams gonna say anything?
Robin, you should tell him that it is in the scope.
I know. I'm waiting for.
Let them do their shit.
Yeah, objection is going to be sustained.
Very well. Maximilian Thoroughbred, these weekly scheduled meetings that you mentioned, are they always on the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And do those those days have never changed, have they?
Damn, dude, lying.
For the second Council of 8, no, they have not. Well, actually, that's not true. One time, I think we did
Interesting. Oh, thank you. Oh, so you do change the dates.
Can I finish what I was saying?
Oh, go ahead.
We had one meeting not on Tuesday for the Council of 8 to accommodate for another council member's time.
Interesting, to accommodate for another council member's time. So sometimes they are held on other days. Now you accommodate for other council's time, as you just said.
One time is sometime.
Do you ever meet when not all the council members are there?
We have in the past.
Oh, so you have met in the past. Interesting. So you would say that the council can meet with not everyone in attendance.
Usually we like to do, one absence.
Objection, non-responsive.
He's literally asking the question.
He was mid-answer, Mr. Ferrara.
Simple yes or no, Your Honor.
Objection's going to be overruled. You can continue to answer the question, Mr. Thoroughbred. I apologize for the interruption.
We typically try to meet. If one person is absent, we can go on. If it's more than that, we typically like to delay.
That's I got my
Now, Mr. Thoroughbred, in your testimony,
I got pardoned for a crime, and there's only like 3 or 4 members there.
Were you able to still
that's
hear
a
things
process.
following that incapacitation?
Yeah.
You said that you were moved into the meeting room chambers. What happened after that?
The only thing of note that I like 100% remember is Murphy locking the door, and I heard through the door, "Why is this door locked?" Like the frustrated, "Why is this door locked?" Apart from that, it was I think I argued with Solomon. I think I said to get everyone who hadn't been shot, including Murphy, into handcuffs.
Oh, interesting. And who did you say that to?
I don't even remember the cops that were in there at the time. I was on the floor for about an hour plus.
So you can't. What the fuck?
You directed cops to put people into handcuffs.
Objection. Counsel is testifying.
Rebuttal.
I'm simply just trying to get a firm answer there of what he means by yelled at people to get everyone in cuffs.
Yeah, I find that this is a clarifying question, Mr. Whitlock. Your objection is going to be overruled.
As soon as cops entered the room, I shouted for them to be put into handcuffs. I wasn't directing police officers more so than I was shouting my frustrations and insisting that anyone who was unharmed be handcuffed.
Interesting. And then he just appointed himself as commissioner.
Since the prosecutors opened up and discussed what your role is and your role in the council is about being a mayor, as a mayor, are you able to give direct orders to police officers?
Objection. Relevance.
I'll take a rebuttal.
Yeah, the relevance here is I'm trying to establish why and trying to understand why and what logic was going through Mr. Thoroughbred's mind to be giving orders to officers while incapacitated on the ground and to ascertain why a mayor would be doing that.
Final from the prosecution.
I don't understand how any of that is relevant to the facts of the case, given the charges
Very
that are on
relevant.
the table. We're talking about a shooting of the council room, and not anything related to the duties of the mayor.
And, Your Honor, the witness did just clarify in his testimony that he wasn't giving a command as anyone's superior or in his official capacity as a mayor, but as an individual that had just been shot and was expressing his frustration. He didn't have any power of command to that.
That is not the truth. That's not true at all. It's literally in the video.
Well, for someone who was shot in the head.
It's in the video that he's ordering them what to do.
Your Honor, my rebuttal to that is, or Your Honors rather, my rebuttal to that is that the entirety of this case revolves around a concept of terrorism and upon a concept of political motives. I'm discussing politics with another mayor and what their duties are as mayor and the political nature of what they're involved in.
Understood.
Also, this was on video evidence submitted by the prosecution themselves.
I don't need any further rebuttals. I'll be speaking with the judges. Give us just a
Mickey on fire today, not gonna lie.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, he cooking.
That's what I'm saying. Let him cook. Let him cook.
I would have added that it's laying foundation to then go into the integrity of the evidence collected on CP was then involved. The judge said no more rebuttals.
From a former mayor to a standing mayor, you're doing a great job.
Objection is going to be overruled. Although, Mr. Sinclair, I'm going to encourage you to get it to the point.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honors. Appreciate that. Actually,
So
no
you can
further
answer the question. As
Oh,
you,
yes. Yes. What was the question again? Sorry.
You would have, since the prosecutor has discussed your role in the council as mayor, as the mayor, are you able to give direct orders to police officers?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Sorry.
If directed by the state, if they have a particular directive as established by the police continuity plan, I am allowed to give them orders. However, it has never happened.
What is the police continuity
What the fuck
plan?
is he talking about?
Could you
Objection
brief us on
relevance.
that?
It's commonly known legislation. I don't know how it's relevant to this case.
Yeah, I'm
None of
aware
that
of
shit is in there, dude.
what it is.
I'm not aware of it, and I don't know if the lay people of this court are aware of it. I just wanted the mayor to clarify that.
It's publicly viewable legislation.
I'll hear a brief answer on it, Mr. Thoroughbred. In summary.
In the past, there have been issues whereupon the police department that operates within Los Santos is allowed to run wild without being checked by a direct representative. I volunteered my services as the mayor, the elected official of the people, to ensure that the people within the police department are
He pointed himself.
Progressing, changing, growing, while simultaneously being held accountable if they were to fail to do their duties. So essentially, I'm a what's the word? Like a smoke signal creator. Like, if something's terrible, I tell the state directly, and I'm empowered to do so. And I am empowered likewise to carry out their will should it become egregious. It has never become egregious, fortunately. So I really have pretty much never invoked the power of the PCP except to appoint the chief of police after submitting names for recommendation from the state.
He keeps saying a lot of never and then adds in like except for this time, and that's
an awful lot of power. And
I never did that except
would
for this.
appointing a commissioner of the police force also fall under that purview?
The PCP 2 established that.
Oh, the PCP 1 did as well. They just never.
And is it of the mayor's office? In what capacity is the mayor's office supposed to appoint a commissioner of the police?
Objection relevance, Your Honor. I don't see how this.
Yeah,
has any
I'm
bearing
going
on
to
the case.
sustain at this point. I thought
No,
you were
my
trying to get to
answer,
something with
Your Honor, is that he's opening up the scope by continuing to answer the questions relative to the appointing of a commissioner that led the manhunt against the victims, or sorry, the accused.
I never said the word commissioner.
Further, it bears no relevance to the charges that are laid here today, Mr. Sinclair. I understand what you're trying to explore here, and I understand what you're trying to get at. And I understood when you were asking questions pertaining to Mr. Thoroughbred's conduct in the room. You have extended far beyond the scope of that at this point. I'm going to sustain the objection.
Oh, no worries, Your Honor. This is exactly where I wanted to go. Thank you so much, Maximilian Thoroughbred. No further questions from me. Let me speak with my co-counsel.
I've got a few.
Make them quick.
Good work, Mac.
Mr. Thoroughbred, in your testimony you mentioned there were unharmed individuals. How many were there?
3. Pretty confident.
Who were they?
Solomon Walker, the head of bar, Murphy Braun, Ursula.
Would it be correct to say that 2 of them are council members?
Indeed.
Did you hear any political utterances during the shooting?
So, like, at what point during the shooting do you mean? Like the whole time, or
the initial let's call it entry into the meeting room.
Meeting adjourned.
That's political. God damn.
What makes that political?
It's my belief that if the words "meeting adjourned" were shouted prior to 5 and then 6 armed gunmen charging into the scheduled meeting of the Council of 8, the highest form of government in Los Santos, it establishes that they likely knew that there was a meeting transpiring before and that they would be disrupting that. So yeah, I think that's political.
So forgot the part.
This is where he brings up the
in your
meeting room
testimony
shit.
you mentioned that the room is labeled as a meeting room, and you said that no other things occur in there. Would that lead you to think that? Would that lead someone to think that there was a meeting happening in there?
What the fact that
objection confusing?
What the fuck? That's an objection?
Because he's confused about it.
Can you re-ask and simplify that question for me a little bit, Robin?
Given that the room is labeled as a meeting room, would that lead someone to think that a meeting is occurring in there?
Well, I think that most people understand that there probably are not meetings in a meeting room 24/7 all throughout the day. I think that there's no reason for anyone to think that any meeting room in any building would be having meetings 24/7 simply because it is labeled meeting room on the outside.
What do you do in a meeting room? You have meetings.
Okay.
They were fucking Peanut's mom, bro.
So if you then take the labeling of it being a meeting room and add you coming out of it, would that lead someone to think there's a meeting happening?
Yeah, that it was active and that there were people in there. Sure, yeah, and there were people waiting outside too.
So he just didn't he just contradict himself?
You mentioned that you may need to review the security of the city hall.
No.
Is there any security at these meetings normally?
No, and honestly, I didn't think anyone would be dumb enough to try to harm us in the council room, given that we were filming it every day or every time, right? But I was wrong.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, floor is open for redirect for the prosecution.
Something to point out in closing is that they
Mr.
didn't
Thoroughbred,
shoot
how many
Ursula.
times has the council
If someone was
meeting
trying to make a political motive, they would say something to the camera or get rid of the camera in question.
If we're speaking solely for term 2 and solely for this Council of 8, it changed one time, and I believe I could be wrong because it's been a month and a half at this point, probably. I believe our very first meeting was not on a Tuesday, and then everyone after that was on a Tuesday.
Huh?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Thoroughbred, you can step down. Thank you for your time. Defense, is he being marked for recall?
Mickey?
I don't think we need him.
No, we're all good. Or wait.
No, Your Honor.
You mean? Wait. Sorry.
Mr. Thoroughbred, you can step down. You can
For
stay.
recall?
You can go. It's up to you.
Wait, to call for recall?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually do want to call him for recall.
Prosecution, your next witness.
Say that.
Prosecution calls Officer Jackson Decker to the stand.
Hold on, Your
actually,
Honor.
and also, Your Honor, real quick. At some point, I would like to call Maximilian Thoroughbred for recall.
Okay, so you would like to mark him for recall then?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, there's just
Sorry
a
about
misunderstanding, Your Honor.
that. Misunderstanding. Sorry.
Mr. Thoroughbred, you're marked for recall.
Understood.
All right, Officer Decker, come on up.
Motherfucker still has my goddamn armor.
Not sure what value Decker provides, sir.
But why is he doing?
And go ahead and, when you're ready, please raise your left hand.
What's he doing?
Trying to figure out how to get in the fucking chair. Just fucking stand there.
Do you solemnly swear that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury? So help you God.
The witness is sworn in. Mr. Whitlock, you can continue.
Thank you. For the court's record, what is your name? What is your current employment position?
Okay. For the closings. Keep doing good.
Okay.
Where were you on May 22nd around 8 p.m. EST? Were you on duty at the time? What did you do when you arrived at City Hall?
One individual was a civilian that was detained as soon as you go through the front doors. There were two individuals that were running to the third floor from the second. One of them was later identified as Taco Prince. I didn't get a clear view of the second person. And then when we got to the third floor, somebody started shooting at us from down the hallway.
And what specifically happened then after they started shooting at you?
I returned fire. They went behind the pillar at the very end of the hall on the right, where the staircase is. I then told officers not to pursue, as it was my understanding the hallway that we were in was the only way out. Myself and Officer Bradford held the hallway down while we waited for more officers to move up behind us.
Did anything else happen on the third floor before you reached the staircase to the fourth floor?
I had officers on the floor while myself and Bradford held the hallway. Other officers that were backing us up cleared each room and corner as we went.
What happened when the LSPD reached the staircase to the fourth floor?
So the staircase is it's an L shape. You turn right at the end of the hallway, you go up one set of stairs, there's a landing, and you make another right, and there's another set of stairs before getting to the fourth floor door entrance.
Fish that in the L.
When we got to the landing, and then one of the individuals on the fourth floor opened fire through the door, shooting at officers, but nobody was hit. So we just chilled on the staircase for a minute until we had an idea of what we wanted to do.
Yeah, they had the Berlin fucking wall up. That's why they didn't get hit.
And what did the LSPD decide to do after that point?
We tried to get an eye on anybody that was inside the entrance to the fourth floor. I believe it was Officer Riker did not see anybody, so we moved in and we took a foothold at the entrance to so as soon as you go through the door, there's a waiting room, and then there's a archway that goes to the receptionist desk, and we kept a foothold in the waiting room.
Can you then describe what happened next?
We made an attempt to look around the corner as it was a choke point for us. There was a hallway to the, like, once you pass the reception desk to the right, there was a hallway to the left and a hallway going straight down, which is where the meeting room was, and the room that was mentioned before that I can't remember the name of that Max mentioned. At which point, one of the officers had peeked it to see if they could see anybody, and they were starting to get shot at, so we knew that they were holding that area down, and they were aiming down the hallway. A few ideas were made.
What's
few
any of this
failed,
matter?
At which point
they're ejecting the other shit, but this shit don't even fucking matter.
A bunch of officers eventually were
I guess just
shot
saying
down
what happened
while
pretty much.
trying to take out individuals that were found to have been shooting at us from the left side hallway. And then after that, I went down, and then it was to my knowledge that they shot down the rest of the suspects that were shooting on the 4th floor.
So after that point, what was the total number of people who were casualties from the shooting?
Here we go. Now we're getting to the good shit.
When I got done counting everything, it was 17 officers in total. 13 were shot down. 4 were shot at or hit. They just weren't incapacitated. 8 city council members were shot. One of those 8 was pronounced dead at the hospital. There were 2 county clerks and 3 civilians.
Fire. That's dope.
Following the shooting, how long was City Hall locked down for?
I'm gonna I would guess between like 2 hours and 45 minutes to like 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Were any weapons found on Mr. Kebun following their arrest?
When I looked at evidence, and I believe he was found with a 1911.
Yeah.
Did Mr. Kebun have a weapons license when they were arrested?
No.
Was the weapon that Mr. Kebun had a hot gun?
Nope.
I would have to look at the report, but I don't believe so.
If you would, you can pull up the report.
Your Honor, are you okay with that?
Yeah, if that is okay with
Ken.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Uno momento, por favor.
Should be easy work, boys. These guys are fucking dumb.
Yes. Whenever I ran his gun,
exactly what I'm cooking, but they are. I know what they're doing.
Don't say anything. 'Cause I know what you're
Just
thinking.
keep going, man.
It was
Just keep going.
Yep. Not hot and not reported stolen.
Who owned the gun that Mr. Kebun was found with?
That would be 1 second. Raya Sharday.
Gasp.
Were any weapons found on Ramiel Rahman following their arrest?
Yes, a 1911.
Did Ramiel Rahman have a weapons license when they were arrested?
He did not.
Was the weapon that Ramiel Rahman had a hot gun?
No, and it was reported stolen.
Who owned the gun that Ramiel Rahman was found with?
Uno. 1 second.
Lookalikes are still holding it down.
Dayrell Hicks.
Were any weapons found on
That's a good
Vinny
name.
Pistone following their arrest?
Yes.
Did Vinny Pistone have a weapons license when they were arrested?
No.
Was the weapon that Vinny Pistone had a hot gun?
No, and it was reported stolen.
Who owned the gun that Vinny Pistone was found with?
It was the same person, Dayrell Hicks.
Were any weapons found on Taco Prince following their arrest?
Daryl?
Yes.
Did Taco Prince have a weapons license when they were arrested?
No.
Was the weapon that Taco Prince had a hot gun?
No.
Who owned the gun that Taco Prince was found with?
Bruce Baylor, and he did report the weapon stolen.
Were any weapons found on Daquan Dumbass following their arrest?
Yes.
Did Daquan Dumbass have a weapons license when they were arrested?
No, he did not.
Was the weapon that Daquan Dumbass have a hot gun?
Yes.
Who owned the gun that Daquan Dumbass was found with?
1 second.
I mean, what does this have to do with the case?
They're just
He's
laying
actually
out
doing
all
his
the
job.
shit. Yeah.
He's proven why we should be charged with each thing.
And it was reported stolen.
I'm gonna be honest. These are
Which
the
is
things
fine
that-
though.
Were any
But we don't
weapons
give a
found
fuck about
on
these
Zola
ones.
Levy
Yeah,
following
exactly.
their arrest?
Okay.
Yes.
I give.
Did Zola Levy have a weapons
this shit-
license when
that
they were
shit's
arrested?
Not
did
even
not.
worth fucking fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Was the weapon that Zola Levy have a hot gun?
We're fighting the terrorism.
Yes.
We're getting that dropped.
Who owned the gun that
And then
Zola
I hit
Levy
them with a
was
Hail
found
Mary
with?
at the end.
Oh shit. How do I say this? Richard Wojtku? Wojtku?
What happened to the defendants after they were processed following the shooting?
Oh, I know he's shitting his.
4 of them were pressed on
Austinville.
24-hour holds, or put on 24-hour holds, excuse me. And 2 of them were kept for questioning and
Richard.
interrogation.
Oh shit.
Were the defendants' holds extended at any point?
Yes, all 6. A judge approved a held until trial hold for all 6.
And were they notified of their extended holds?
I did my best to. I tried calling Mr. K when I saw his number in the lemon list. I got a phone call from Zolo, and I talked to him, and he said he would tell them. I tried calling Mr. Ferrara.
How am
who
I gonna
was
answer
I had
this
the
phone call in person?
understanding that he was their attorney at the time, and then Judge Adams said that he would get in touch with Robin or Mr. Ferrara, excuse me, Mr. Ferrara as well, to let him know that his clients were on a hold.
They didn't contact anyone about anything.
All right. And then if I can refer you to incident 6211.
Is that okay? Your Honor, can I look at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the defendants remain in prison until the court case today?
Just so you know, Mickey,
no, they
Peanut
did
and
not.
Taco never got put on a hold, and none of us were
they released
notified
from
about
prison
our
by
extension.
members of PD or the DOJ?
No, they were
Yeah,
not.
that's like that shit.
How are they
sucks,
released
but-
from custody?
Okay, yeah, I'm just little info if you haven't.
It was
useful,
my
but I
understanding
don't know
that
if worth
Mr.
pursuing.
Dumbass and Mr. Prince, DOC refused to take their paperwork for the hut holds. So they were just released after 24 hours. I heard something happened with Vinny, but he turned himself into former Captain Slacks, who was then put back on the hold. And then after that, Mr. Pistone, Mr. El Rahman, Mr. Kebun, and Mr.
If your
Levy
name's in the
were broken
lemon
out
list,
of
doesn't
DOC
mean you have your
custody.
phone on you. It stays in there just as long as you're awake.
Okay. Was the PD made aware of this at the time?
Jeremy.
Yes. Bobby Charles called former Captain Slacks, and was former Captain Slacks told them not to do any kind of work release transport that they were talking about.
What happened during the prison break?
It was my understanding that Carmine Costello decided it'd be a good idea to let individuals that were placed on a hut hold and take them on a, in quotes, work release trip to apologize to people they have hurt. Officers were made aware that Carmine was doing this even after being told not to. They then met up with the prison transport, and a shootout started between members of police and people breaking the defendants out of custody.
Were any people questioned following this incident?
Yes, all the members of DOC involved with the transport.
Are those statements noted anywhere?
In 6211.
Why did you charge prison break instead of escaping custody?
Because escaping custody pertains to individuals who have not been processed but are in the custody to be detained or arrested by police. Prison break means they have already been processed and are in prison or with DOC. And since they were awaiting trial, technically speaking, they would have been processed awaiting trial and for their hold. And since they were in DOC custody, when they were broken out, they were still within prison custody.
When was the docket posting for the case filed?
Within minutes after I got done taking statements from the DOC.
Why wasn't it posted before?
I was quite literally, I had just typed up the last email tag on the docket post, and I was going to go hit post whenever the emergency call for backup and officers down was going off for the firefight, so I had to go respond to that.
Why were you selected as the lead investigator for this case?
I assigned
Objection
myself
relevance?
This means nothing. He's just glazing now.
Yeah, what's the relevance here?
This is a line of questioning leading to the HUT charges that were pressed on the defendants.
Take a rebuttal from the defense.
Why Officer Decker was chosen as lead doesn't change guilt or innocence.
Why he was chosen wouldn't matter. You can go ahead and ask your further questions about the charges that were pressed. That's fine, but why he was selected over anybody else, it bears no relevance in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Why were HUT charges pressed on the 6 defendants?
Do you want specifics for each charge?
Yes.
Murder of a government employee was pressed due to the fact that after 4 of the individuals were placed on holds, and we still had Mr. K and Mr. Levy in custody and interrogation. While I was talking to Mr. Levy about his shotgun charges and working them out with him, TJ Walker was pronounced dead from the shooting they were both involved in. As for the terrorism charge, after looking through all the statements of the individuals involved, it was my understanding that the highest form of government that we have within the city was disrupted during a meeting that was actively talking or discussing legislation, on top of the fact that there would have to be processes to get individuals within the council out of, well, not just wait for them to get out of ICU, but to pick a new seated member for the city treasurer position. Therefore, it was explained to me that the way with how our government works, they were unable to conduct any further city council matters in the future until those were done.
Did you feel any external pressure to press these charges?
That's exactly what I thought. So, like, there's no way we should lose this. I got all you guys backing me. That's a lot of fucking lawyers.
Did you feel any external pressure to press these charges?
I'm not even worried.
No, I did not.
Did anyone recommend these charges to you?
Well, based off your expertise, how's the case going?
Did you press the charges based on those recommendations?
No, I based them off of my own evidence, knowledge, and training.
Who recommended them? Why didn't he
One
ask
moment, Your
them?
Honor.
That makes no sense. He did it on his own training and everything, but it was recommended to charge that.
I didn't ask who.
Literally
No
makes
further
zero
questions, Your
sense.
Honor.
Okay, floor's open for cross.
Did he just open himself up to who recommended the charges?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I mean, do you want to cook this one or me?
I think you've got it in line with what you're going.
Oh god, you're making me hard.
Okay.
Defend.
What does guy say?
Go, Mick.
Officer Decker,
lawyers, watch this chat.
You had just testified that you made these charges yourself, but you did mention that there was a recommendation for these charges. Who gave you that recommendation?
Is there a specific charge you're looking for, or just in general?
Any of them.
Several officers made several recommendations. Several different people. It's pretty much like across the board.
Who is involved? Which officers were involved in discussing these charges?
They're going to object now. Watch.
Myself, some members of command due to the extremity of the charges. Oh shit. I think Slacks was there. Bones, and like a few others. I can't think off right off the top of my head.
Okay.
So remember everything else.
Was Maximilian Thoroughbred involved in any of these recommendations?
At a later date, yeah.
Interesting. Now, as an officer of the law, is it usual for a mayor to be involved in recommending charges?
You should have
It's usual for anybody involved as a victim to recommend charges.
Oh my gosh.
And was the mayor acting in the capacity of a victim or in the capacity of a mayor?
I took everything
Objection,
he said with a grain of-
speculation.
Oh, sorry.
There's
Did
no
he
way
just
Officer
say
Decker would know.
He would take recommendations from any victim.
I'll take a rebuttal.
It's possible that he could know. The answer could let us know if that were the case?
He could know. He's an officer of the law. He can testify as to whether someone is probably giving recommendations for charges based on their experience as a victim
The
versus
defense
based
has
on
already
their
marked
experience as a
thoroughbred
leader.
for recall. They can ask him when he's back on the stand.
Okay, Mr. Whitlock, I don't know why you just interrupted Mr. Sinclair while he was
I
rebutting.
apologize. Yeah, I apologize.
Poor form, sir.
Yep.
Mr. Sinclair, I apologize. You were saying?
Oh, no worries. I was just saying that I think as an officer of the law, he should be able to give testimony and explain why someone might give recommendations as a victim versus why someone might give recommendations from a position of authority. He is an officer of the law. He can make that distinction.
Okay. I don't need any further rebuttal. Officer Decker, I'll hear an answer based on your personal knowledge. If it requires your
Alex,
speculation,
give me the 10 gifted, bro.
Don't. But only speak to what you know or positively affirm. Objections over.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Yep, you're good to go ahead.
Okay. I took everything that he said with a grain of salt. I didn't take it as mayor or victim. I took it as he was just shot and he's upset. So I'm gonna do as I do.
So a victim. That's a victim. That's a victim.
You took it with a grain of salt. Interesting.
Yes.
Now you said that this was at a later date.
That's victim.
At this later date, was Maximilian Thoroughbred also well?
Hey, he took
in
it as he was
corporate world,
upset and he
there's
just
this
got
speak, and
shot.
Many of you guys know I used to run the company. The corporate world, we wear hats. Was he wearing another hat at this time of being did he have another role at this time besides just being the mayor?
Objection scope.
It's well within scope.
He opened up scope as soon as he testified that the mayor was doing this at a later date. I'm just trying to understand in what capacity the mayor was operating at this later date.
Well,
Did
defense
I
to
say
explore
later
this
time
a
or
bit.
later date? I'm sorry, I don't remember what I said.
You said at a later date.
Okay, my bad. Okay, go ahead.
On your direct answer. I'm going to allow the defense to explore this a bit.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
objection's
Mickey's
gonna be
cooking
ruled. You can
today.
Go ahead and answer the question, Officer Decker.
I don't know what capacity he was. Well, are you asking for like how he was asking? Or,
Dude,
like, the
it's
role,
crazy.
the
They know
roles?
all
Like, what
this
other
shit.
jobs?
Yeah, did he have any
what role
other
did he have?
roles besides just being?
My boy's choking.
I think he was the commissioner at that point.
Oh, they're so confident about everything else.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
So was he operating as the commissioner of the police department, or was he operating as a victim in this case?
Objection
he
speculation.
Said it, he said it.
Same rebuttal as the last time this was objected.
And same answer as the last time this was objected. Speak to what you know, sir. Don't speculate.
My honest response is I don't care how he was recommending.
not what
I
the
made the
question was.
decision based off of me and nothing else.
Okay.
Oh, you don't care how he was recommending. You don't care how the
But
commissioner,
taking orders from them.
presumably
Right,
your
right, right.
boss, your higher up, recommends something to you regarding how a case should be handled and investigated. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, correct. I was the lead investigator. I knew what I wanted to do with my charges, and I knew how they should be pressed. I wasn't going to be pressured by an outside source, regardless of their position and power.
Guy's a liar.
Oh, thank you so much for answering these questions.
Mickey got
Should
him.
be fired for lying on a motherfucking stand. And I won't stand for this.
Anything
shit.
further from the
Fabulous
defense?
work, Mick. Fabulous.
Bro, you are
I would have something, but that's a
Good
good place
shit,
to
man.
leave it off
Good
with him.
shit. Cook that fraud, man.
Time you grabbed your fucking
That
balls.
was a good mic drop. No, Your Honor.
Beautiful,
Redirect.
Mick.
Prosecution.
Beautiful.
No redirect, Your Honor.
Okay. Officer Decker, you can go.
Go
and
your
sit
house, Daddy
down.
was.
Is
Oh.
Officer Decker going to be marked for recall?
heard it?
He tried his hardest
He
not to
sound
answer
like
that.
he sound like one of those
I
cops going,
think
I
it
don't think
was
we
a
need to go
commissioner.
recall unless you want him. I think we're fine.
Yeah, he just fucked over.
All
Max,
right,
Doubt he's
bro.
leaving
Right?
anyway.
He was
Will you be marking for
commissioner.
recall?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Prosecution,
Yeah.
your next witness.
He did not want to say that.
Prosecution would like to call Dr. Ryan Wilson to the stand, please.
The fuck is that?
Dr. Wilson.
Oh, this is the
What was
doctor
I
that has
speaking
3
about?
malpractice charges on
Oh,
him.
this is the W doctor here.
No,
Hey,
Hey,
go
good
work.
shit, man.
Go
Good
work,
shit.
Doc.
Good
Go work.
shit, man.
Go work
Good
out
shit.
there.
You fried 'em. Good
Love
shit.
your service.
He's here,
Robinson.
and
All right,
Captain Cornwood.
this is you. This is you.
Swear him in.
Am I bugging or is Max the mayor, the commissioner,
This is our-
and the witness?
Yo,
Probably
anybody
our
got
biggest
food, man? Anybody
stretch.
got food, please?
Yeah, and a victim too, Bobby. And a
And a
victim too.
victim. What the fuck?
He's everything
Go
he
on,
can
man. We
be.
got food.
And he's a cop. And he's a cop now.
That's fine.
I'll pass the fuck
If you're
out.
more
man.
comfortable.
Just tell Mickey I'm sorry.
Judge, we need food bad.
Does anyone have food?
I have food, Your Honor.
I need some food, man. Please, I need some food.
boys.
I need food.
Yep. Give us some food, baby.
Can I get some food, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you,
Set it on
sir.
the table for 'em.
Hey, free chicken.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
hungry too.
Brief recess for people.
I'll go get you
that
some
are
wiener.
summoned to this court case to eat.
Thank you.
Can you give me
If you're in the gallery, go get your own food.
Oh, I didn't get that.
There's
Who
4
has food, man?
sandwiches and 3
Yo,
drinks.
what you punching me for?
My bad.
Rami, can you stop eating all the food, you fat fucking? Give me some.
My God, there's no food.
Ma'am, you got food, ma'am?
I put some on the table, everything I have.
Bro, Rami literally took it all.
Oh my God,
You got
dude.
100 cops in here, man. Y'all don't have no food?
Here, man.
Yo, I need
God
some,
damn.
please. Can I get some?
5 sandwiches.
Right there.
Cornwood, you don't got no food, man?
You got more?
Did you get some, Peanut?
No, I don't. I need
damn.
some water, man.
I'm
please.
gonna see if I can get a
Nobody
food
pass that.
delivery for y'all in here.
Please, 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 man.
I think
Oh, you got exactly what I fucking love. Oh, you know me so well, man. Thank you, Robin.
Okay, we good to resume?
868. I'm gonna go grab some food.
You got that glizzy, huh, boy?
Oh, you
Yep,
know
we're
it.
good.
You know it.
Hey, without
Show me what
objection,
that
court's
must be,
back in
no?
session.
What?
Captain Corwin, can you go and swear the witness in for me?
He's a captain now?
Please raise your left hand. And do you solemnly swear that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
I swear.
Okay.
Witness is sworn in. Counselor, go ahead with your questioning when you're.
Thank you so much. And how are we doing today, Dr. Wilson?
Nah, it could be worse.
Hey, that's fair. I want to start off by asking about your education. Can you just give us a brief summary of where you've been educated?
Sure.
good?
I
Didn't
have
you guys
an
need
MD
food?
from
We're
Columbia.
good.
Yeah, I need
And I've
Yeah,
gotten
I got
first aid
you.
training
You got me,
at DOC.
Yeah, I got you.
Long time ago when I used to work there.
Hey, hold on, ain't you
And I've
kid
been
sister?
trained at the hospital here.
And what's up with you, Shada?
You said you're currently
What's
employed
your
in the
name?
hospital?
Yo, not right now, man.
Yes, I am a
What's
staff
your name is
doctor
again?
at
Yo,
the
shut
Los
the
Santos
fuck up,
Clinic.
man.
Hold on.
You gonna feed me?
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
and how
Right
long
right
have you
here.
been
Come
working for the hospital?
All right, take that.
Oh,
About
thank you,
6
ma'am.
years.
Gosh, you're so kind. You know that?
Peanut, shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Thank you. So when I say he's
All
lying,
right,
you
and
fucking
what are
say I'm
your
always bitching.
We're trying to listen to
duties
shit. That
as
was
a
before we
doctor
even
with
did
the
anything.
hospital consist of?
Yeah, I'll get you some too.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry for talking
Coming
to
in, treating
that
patients
girl.
in the ER, performing
Good.
surgeries,
That's a good bitch.
ICU intakes,
Yo,
discharges,
what's up, Mom?
What the fuck?
as well as
Hey,
checkups
sweetheart,
for
you want some
long-term
food?
patients.
Mom.
All right. And has your
got
experience
adopted?
allowed you to have to treat gunshot victims?
Yes. Depending on the length of my shift, I can treat upwards of 10 a day.
It might benefit you to feed passive.
Quite a few. So
Do
you
you have any
got
more or no?
a fair bit of experience
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
huh?
Bro, you
Yeah, people
fat
get shot a lot in
fucks.
this
Can y'all
city.
shut the fuck up?
All right.
How much food y'all need, you
And
fat
have you been trained
motherfuckers?
in any particular specialties as a medical professional?
God damn.
Yes, I am
Thank you.
specialized as an orthopedic surgeon, but like everybody else at the hospital, we do a lot of trauma work. I've delved into probably a half dozen different medical fields, just if the patient demands it or needs it.
All right. And have you been trained to perform
Y'all
autopsies before?
suck.
Yes, I got my sign off on it back
Can
in the day
y'all
when that was
suck,
still a necessity. I've done several mock autopsies, real
They're
autopsies
entering him as an expert.
across the board.
All right. And just a bare estimate, how many autopsies have you yourself performed?
Couldn't put a number on it. I'd say probably 10, 12 if I had to guess, maybe more.
All right. And as a doctor, are you an expert, considered an expert in your field?
I am.
All
I
right.
recognize this for the record. Let's move it along.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I'll keep it moving. So, doctor, what is the function of the frontal cortex in the brain?
Frontal cortex controls motor functions, so moving limbs, any kind of movement across the body, really.
All right. And have you familiarized yourself with any documents, medical or otherwise, with this particular case?
Yes, I read the original report written by Dr. Ramos, as well as the autopsy written afterwards.
Okay. And based on what you've reviewed, can you tell the court where the victim, Mr. Walker, was shot?
He was shot in the head, as well as, I believe, a few times in the body.
All right. And was he shot where the frontal cortex is located?
According to the medical report, yes.
All right. And what are some of the effects of being shot on that location?
I mean, generally being shot in the head's, not great for you. In this case, it caused, a pretty massive brain bleed. His entire body went into shock. He lost a lot of blood. Essentially, he shut down.
And what's the likelihood of death from that type of injury? High?
Always depends on the severity, of course, but in this case, considering the damage dealt and how his body was reacting, yes, high.
All right. And can you explain just for the court what motor functions are?
Like I said, movement, moving your arms, legs, walking around, clenching your fist, anything like that.
All right. And what about intubating a patient? What does that mean?
Intubation is when we essentially shove a tube down their throat in order to open up their airway so their lungs can get air. And if necessary, attach them to a breathing machine that'll simulate, intake and exhalation of breath so they get oxygen.
All right. Is that a fairly common procedure?
On critical patients, yes.
All right. And what about defibrillation? What does that mean?
Well, when you defibrillate somebody, you attach 2 pads to the chest, which convey an electrical current to try to either restart the heart or regulate the pulse.
All right. And is that a pretty standard procedure in your experience?
Stand there the entire time?
When they lose their pulse or when it's very erratic and weak, yes.
All right. And is this an extreme measure that's taken?
It's generally used when they're critical and it's a life-saving measure, so it's not something we use on every patient.
I think
that comes
Mickey
in.
and him are letting them
but I wouldn't say it's
open
it's
up the
rare
scope more and
or
more so they
extreme.
can ask more.
It's just something we
They
do.
don't really care about objecting.
Okay. And why would an individual be defibrillated on their head?
Well, it's not a common medical procedure, but after reading the report and being unable to actually ask Dr. Montez, I believe it was done in order to jumpstart the brain, since there was no cognitive response.
And in your
It's not a
opinion,
car.
would that
What the
action, the application of the
It's not a car battery, bro.
If that was the case, we should have jump started Rami's brain a long time ago. Let's hit him with the
Not majorly,
defibrillator.
no. I believe the worst that could have happened were the slight burns, as well as, a similar effect to electroshock therapy. So nothing that would have.
That's like it was a car battery.
All right. And at the time that procedure was administered, the AED to the head, what was Mr. Walker's status?
How many more witnesses are there?
He had already flatlined at least 7 times in the hospital, not to mention, when he was still in the council meeting room. He had no heartbeat for a long time. It was managed to get back after several rounds of CPR, defib, and adrenaline shots. And like I said, there was no cognitive response. So he was essentially brain dead.
The
So
cops
is
are
it your
already
opinion
brain
that
dead.
the death of Mr. Walker was essentially certain?
Objection.
At that point, yes.
I don't think they care to object, though, because the more you
Nothing's
ask, the more
ever
they can
100%
ask, right?
certain, but as close as can be.
We're not
All right.
objecting.
And in
We
your
don't care about
opinion,
this.
were
This
the
is great.
actions of Dr.
exactly.
Ramos
Also being told
and
to just
Dr.
keep them to a
Montez
minimum just to
justified?
keep the flow of things going.
So why have they been
I
injecting
wasn't
every
there,
question?
but I believe as a Hail Mary kind of
As you know, they
life-saving
don't play
measure.
by the
yes.
rules, Kay.
Oh.
All right. And in your opinion, having read over the autopsy and the other records, do you agree with the stated cause of death in the autopsy, Mr.
Yes.
TJ Walker? All right. Thank you so much. Give me one moment. All right. Thank you so much, Your Honor. No further questions.
Tear 'em up, boys.
Okay, floor's open for cross.
Dr. Wilson, in your testimony, you stated that the use of a defibrillator is for the heart. Have you ever defibrillated someone's brain?
I have not, but I've never found myself in a position where I feel like I had to.
In your expert opinion, what are the chances of such a method being successful?
Very low. But like I said, in my opinion, the negative side effects were worth the risk in this kind of case.
In the report that you referenced, do you recall seeing Dr. Grayson mention that Mr. Walker was going to have surgery the next day?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And that he subsequently crashed because blood couldn't get to the brain?
Next threat you give to officers, you're gonna get the fuck
I
outta
believe
here.
he was
You're not
brought to
gonna get back
ICU
inside.
after the original life-saving measures. And then, or sorry, he was brought to surgery, and then after that, he was brought to the ICU, where he ended up crashing after an hour and a half, I think.
Please make sure you don't put any masks on and your phone is on silent. Oh, villager?
How big of a role could a defibrillator to the brain be in the brain not getting enough blood?
Defibrillators are not meant to be used on the brain, and considering the amount of joules they use, the electrical current, I do not believe it would have caused enough damage to prevent blood flow to the brain.
He fucked up saying no, it's not meant to be.
The doctor mentioned in the report Dr. Montez.
Yes.
Is he a reliable doctor?
Objection, speculation.
He's an expert witness. He works with him every day.
Rebuttal from the prosecution.
I'll withdraw the objection. Your
Lore
Honor.
team's doing great,
Thank you.
chat.
Objection is going to be overruled and withdrawn. You can answer the question.
All right. Well, he's a bit of an abrasive guy, but when it comes to his medical work,
I think so.
trust him.
Has he ever been accused of malpractice? To your knowledge?
Objective scope.
Bobby? How is that not in the scope? Is this prosecution fucking brain dead?
Rebuttal?
Objection every 5 minutes.
I believe it's within
I thought they were
scope
supposed-
when
I thought they were supposed
trying
to
to
object
ascertain
all
the
the time.
credibility of the doctors that
If
worked
you
on the
spam objections, it makes you a good lawyer.
victim at hand.
I actually hate
Your Honor,
that.
we'd also like to throw an objection for calls for hearsay as well.
Oh my god.
That one I'm more likely to sustain. Objection is going to be sustained. Next question, Counselor.
Mickey, you should ask, has there been any complaints about him?
In your expert opinion,
same issue of.
do you think it was wise
Oh, yeah,
to wait
true.
a day for the surgery that Dr. Grayson recommended?
I haven't personally talked to Dr. Grayson about the procedure she was going to perform. Based off of the report, in my opinion, it seems like it needed a lot of prep time, and there was nothing that they could have done more at the time in order to try to, prolong his life. After, the crash, a few hours into his ICU stay, they attempted to implement that procedure prematurely, and it did not work.
Okay.
How common is it to administer 6 shots of adrenaline?
6 shots is an extreme amount. In any case, I mean, adrenaline is used as a last ditch in order to try to get a pulse back. But looking at the report, I think that they had exhausted essentially every other measure, and at that point, they were just trying to get some kind of heartbeat back.
Are you able to reference the report in question?
Yes, 1 second.
Can you give me the report number just for reference, Counselor Ferrara?
6838.
Yeah, as you can see in the report, they did several attempts of CPR. The EMS did here beforehand, and then in the hospital again, AED, which is defibrillation. And once that did not work, they used several adrenaline shots in order to try to restart the heart.
Wait, what?
Which did not.
This is before or after they shocked his head?
Specifically in the debrief, where it mentions the head, what caused the brain death?
Are you referencing the autopsy?
Yes, report 6838.
Yo, how many doctors are in chat?
It states brain dead due to AED utilization to cell death.
Okay,
So would it
good.
be
That's what I
correct to
figured.
say that is
How
saying
many adrenaline shots to kill
AED
somebody?
caused the brain death?
I wasn't there. Personally, I do not believe that that is possible in this case.
Okay, so anywhere from 1
when
to
we
30,
do
1 to
autopsies,
69.
we
Anywhere
often get
from
a
1
lot
to
of
69
feedback
is
from
what I'm
Dr.
getting.
Kate, who, while a
Okay.
capable doctor, I would not trust over the doctors that performed the procedure.
I see.
That seems about right.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, I do have some.
Good work.
Mr. Sinclair?
Literally says in the report,
Yes,
brain dead due to AED.
Doctor, great to see you. Let
Yeah,
the
you
record
too.
show I myself, Mickey Sinclair, am also a doctor. Thank you so much.
Oh, baby.
Doctor, lawyer, what can he do?
Stood on
Anyways,
business.
doctor, what I want to ask you is this: unrelated to this case, if you were to encounter a patient who had a defibrillator used on their head, would you question the capability of the doctor that made that decision?
I would ask them why, sure, but I wouldn't question their capability unless they gave me an answer that didn't satisfy my demands.
So you would question him?
If you needed to inject, we talked about the injection of adrenaline. A doctor that were to inject, I don't know, say insulin into a patient instead of adrenaline, would you consider that to be a doctor unfit for their job?
I'd need to know the circumstances of it, if they got bad information, anything like that. I mean, just general details before I made a judgment on that.
Certainly. And wouldn't you say that in the rush of the operating room, a doctor might make the mistake of grabbing a pen full of insulin instead of a pen full of adrenaline? Could that
Objection,
happen?
creation of a material fact. I mean, there is nothing in the reports or any sort of testimony alluding to this occurring.
Your Honors, I am establishing and asking for the expert testimony regarding the conduct of doctors and trying to ascertain what methods are conventional or unconventional versus outright insane.
So the question you're asking is entirely hypothetical, then, Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, it's a hypothetical. Could a doctor in the rush of an ER, could it happen that someone accidentally grabs an insulin pen instead of an adrenaline pen?
I'll allow the answer, but let's move along to a new line of questioning after.
I mean, nothing's impossible, but the two obviously have different labeling, look different. I would think it unlikely.
Unlikely that someone could mistakenly grab the wrong pen. And now I have to ask you, is there anything except for woeful incompetence that could cause someone to use a defibrillator on someone's head?
Yes, I believe. I mean, obviously, like I said, haven't had a chance to talk to Dr. Montez about it, but I believe he did that as a kind of Hail Mary last-ditch effort trying to save Mr. Walker's life. I don't think it was, a thing that he did just to say, fuck it, I'm going to defib his head. He did it to try to save his life.
You just said
Interesting. Oh, interesting. To save his life. Interesting. And I have a question. If, as a doctor at the hospital, if you ever have a patient who is in a vegetative state, would you suggest that we go and use defibrillators on their brains?
Personally, wouldn't be my first option. But
thank you
we
so
have
much,
plenty
doctor.
of different
No
other
further
doctors
questions.
that all have their own specialties.
Good shit,
Good
Mickey.
shit,
Good
Mick.
shit, man. You cooking out here, man.
Bro,
Chef
I'm
Mickey.
noticing a lot of their answers are like, no, I wouldn't do that, but I would do that.
Me too,
Oh, that
actually.
was-
I'm sorry.
That was funny as fuck.
Hey,
He said,
good shit, man,
he
good
said we
shit.
needed to jumpstart the brain, so we electrocuted
like a
it.
car or something, bro. Jesus
That was
Christ.
funny as fuck.
Very generous, Your Honor.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mickey, I gotta say, Mickey.
Red to red.
No, I got it.
Kind of hitting the table right now with these fucking questions
All right,
you're
redirect.
throwing out there.
All right, thank you. So, doctor, I just want to clarify. Just
maybe you
because
got a
you
TV
wouldn't
show
perform a
or,
particular
you know what I'm saying?
procedure, does that make that particular procedure wrong to perform?
No, of course not. I mean, nobody's the best at everything. We have a diverse cast of doctors at our hospital.
What the
and,
fuck you mean you're not?
I mean, like I said, I'm not going to think of every possible medical procedure.
That's delusional, man.
All right. And I just want to clarify the timeline here. The surgery in which the AED was administered to Mr. Walker's head, was that the same surgery in which he died?
No, it was several hours before.
Didn't die in surgery.
All right, so he didn't instantly die from this defibrillator, did he?
He did not.
All right, let's imagine that this defibrillator, it's never administered to the head. Does the outcome, tragic as it is for Mr. Walker, change? In other words, does he still die?
Objection, speculation?
Sustained.
Your Honor, this is an expert witness. I'm asking his expert opinion
Ain't
as
no
to
expert.
the outcomes of this particular
That's
patient.
not how you phrase. Yeah, but that's not how you phrase the question, Mr. Hall. You said, "Let's imagine it's never administered. Does he die? Yes or no?"
Differently than Your Honor. Expert, have records, knowing them intimately. Do you believe if that the head wasn't administered, that the outcome would change?
No,
Objection,
I believe.
still speculation?
Sure, but he has established himself as an expert witness, and the question has changed to his belief. I will accept it as that. Objection's going to be over.
I don't know if he's an
Fair
expert
enough.
at this point.
Please continue.
Like I was saying, no, I believe that the defibrillation had very little to do with Mr. Walker's death. I think, if anything, it caused minor burns that did not contribute to him dying.
As he said multiple times, he hasn't been particularly involved with the case. He's only read reports. He wasn't there.
Is that your last question? Any further from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Dr. Wilson, you can go ahead and step down. Defense, is he marked for recall?
You want to bring him back? He is fine.
No.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Dr. Wilson, you are excused at this time. Thank you for coming.
Happy to help.
How we doing? We good to call your next witness, or do we need a short break at this point in time?
I'm okay,
Relax with
but
the
I
brakes.
will not object to a recess.
No,
if
relax,
necessary.
relax. Just keep going.
Defense, do we need a break at this point? Are we good to continue?
Continue, Mickey.
You make the call.
I think
man.
we're fine to continue.
Okay, let's call your next witness.
Keep the heat on him. Don't let him
The
regroup.
prosecution calls Shaban Thoroughbred to the stand.
Oh, this fucking
Miss
clown.
Thoroughbred.
Let me put my hands in. Let me put my hands in front of me. Yeah, let me walk. Like, okay, what the fuck is this?
She is not standing on business three
Captain
times.
Cornwood.
Does she realize she looks
when
dumb as
she
fuck
is
when
ready,
she
please
walks
go ahead
like
and swear
that?
in the witness.
She thinks she's smarter than
smart?
she is. Use that to your advantage, Mick.
Got it.
She's a dog shit lawyer. Didn't win shit.
Do you solemnly swear that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury? So help you God.
Did Cornwood become more southern when he became
Oh yeah, so
captain?
help me God. And airborne.
And airborne. Very good.
Witness is sworn in. Counselor, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the court's record, what is your name?
Wait, sorry, what?
What is your name?
Siobhan Thoroughbred?
What is your current employment position?
Chief of Staff.
Where were you on May 22nd around 8 p.m. EST?
I was in the council meeting room.
What happened at that time?
We were meeting to discuss the famine. I had been working really hard all week, meeting with farmers and booth workers to try to get people together and get their feedback so we could come up with some legislation to fix the famine. And we were about to vote on it when 6 men with guns came in and started mowing us all down.
Oh my God.
Were you injured during the shooting?
I was shot in the neck despite my best efforts to guard myself with the first thing I could find, a drink.
What flavor of soda were you drinking?
It was a Sprunk.
Yeah.
Sustained. You kind of both objected and answered at the same time, but it's going to be sustained. It's not really relevant to this matter.
Were you treated after the shooting?
I was. I was by medical personnel at the hospital.
Where did you go after you were treated?
I half thought I was in a state of shock, and I half thought we would continue the meeting. So I actually went back to City Hall, and there was no one there. And I just walked forward past where the evidence was all. So much evidence. There was so much shit on the ground.
Yeah, she made
and I
sure
opened up
she
the
said she
archives room, and I saw live stream on the monitor.
What was on the
Wouldn't that
live
be
stream?
contaminated?
It was a live stream of the election. It was then it was over at that point, but it had been it was Ursula's live stream. It was Ursula's live stream of the meeting.
You better cook her on that.
Did the meeting resume after the shooting had been resolved?
That's gonna fuck her over though.
No, we haven't been able to continue our business.
Has the council met since the shooting occurred?
He knows, Vin.
No, we don't have a quorum of a council of 8 right now.
She said she walked right past.
Mr. Sinclair, everything okay over there, sir?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm so sorry.
And Mr. Ferrara, are you fine, sir?
Yes, sir.
You've never been punched.
How do I feel
2 or 3
passive?
times.
Sorry.
Set up a muscle to do so.
You may have to figure that one out for yourself.
Thank you so much. I will. Thank you, Your Honor. Apologies for the interruption. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yep. Please continue.
So why hasn't the council met since the
She
shooting?
walked onto an active crime
We don't
scene.
have a
She said.
quorum.
Have you been threatened or felt threatened since the shooting occurred?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I'll live in fear for my life every day. Especially when Rami twats out things like Monty Smith hit it first. If you know, you know.
No, thank you.
Have the core functions of
The
the city
fuck did
council
she
been
say?
disrupted?
Monty, man.
Yes, they have been absolutely disrupted and even destabilized to the extent that we're going to have to select a new treasurer. Now everything's put back on hold, just like our election season. This has been a monumental blow to the functions of government.
Prior to your appointment, what other positions have you held?
I've been a lawyer, and I was one of the longest-serving female judges in Los Santos history.
Are you considered an expert in your field?
I would say so, yeah.
Have you ever been involved in previous terrorism cases?
I have.
Your Honor, can we clarify if she's been entered as an expert witness or not?
We'll allow the exploration here. I'm willing to recognize the witness's qualifications, sir.
Thanks, Norman.
I'm just thinking about how much I'm gonna fucking run Siobhan and Dab over in my fucking car when I see him walking down the street.
What is terrorism?
What is terrorism? The unlawful use of extreme violence or intimidation against a civilian population, or acts that would affect the disruption, destabilization, or destruction of government entities.
Oh, they're dying daily.
For political or religious aims.
For the penal code.
If I don't get life in prison, they are dying
I did that
daily.
by heart.
Right. Sure.
Were you a victim of terrorism?
I was.
Why?
Objection, speculation.
True. Good point. They have to wake up.
She's directly involved in this attack and is also recognized as an expert in her field.
Asking why is asking her to speak to the motives of the individuals, that which she cannot know.
I concur.
Who's whispering?
Also, objection calls. Is it calls for a legal conclusion or objection argumentation? There's
That's
some
the one I'm
fuckery
looking
here.
for.
Yeah.
Mr. Sinclair.
Calls for legal
conclusion. That is going to be sustained. Mr. Whitlock, nice try here establishing the witness as an expert, but we're here to determine whether this is terrorism or not the witness.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good shit.
No further questions from the prosecution, Your Honor.
Okay, floor is open for cross.
I'll go first. Miss Thoroughbred. Great to see you, and unfortunately, we never got to have that chance where you could coach me to be a incredible lawyer. I guess I'll just have to do it myself. My first question to you is: you, in your testimony, said that you came back to City Hall after the shooting. Is this true?
Yes, I was in a state of shock.
Oh, okay. And were there police barricades or tape or anything preventing you from going through the crime scene?
No, there wasn't, curiously enough. There were several officers
that
going around
is
collecting
curious.
evidence.
That is curious.
Not that I saw. Not that I saw. When I was going around, there were not barriers erected yet.
Ah, okay. So there weren't any barriers erected. Interesting. Okay. The prosecution established your sort of roles and your sort of history of politics. I'm also curious. Do you have any relationships with any of the council members?
They're my coworkers, so yes, they're my coworkers.
Interesting. Okay, they're your coworkers. Any relationships beyond coworkers?
Murphy Braun is my ex-husband. Max is my current husband.
Oh, Maximilian Thoroughbred, the mayor.
Yeah, I took his last name. I thought this was obvious.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure. So the mayor and I keep forgetting. Is he the mayor or the commissioner? Or both?
Mayor.
Oh. Huh. My apologies. See, as an ex-mayor myself, I don't ever remember being both a mayor and a commissioner of the police department.
That's because the state would never give it to you, Mickey. You embezzled.
Oh.
Objection, facts, not an evidence.
Interesting.
Pause. Yeah, that last statement pertaining to the embezzlement is going to be strict on the record.
Okay, good, because I don't want to mention how Siobhan tells me.
No. That's interesting though. So you're saying Miss Thoroughbred, you're saying mayors can be corrupt?
Oh no. See, things have changed since you were mayor.
No, this is so interesting.
Mickey's
hinted at
cooking.
me embezzling as a mayor. So what you're saying, and again, now that we've established that you're an expert witness, you think that a mayor could be corrupt?
I don't know, Mickey. Are you saying that corruption is the
See?
reason why you
Not
guys
as smart
decided
as
to
she
do what you
thinks
did?
she
Because that
is.
sounds like you're admitting to
Objection,
terrorism.
non-responsive.
Sustain.
Permission to treat the witness hostile.
She's
Inherently
inherently hostile. It's
because
cross.
it's on cross-examination route.
Tommy.
Sean, answer the question.
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Oh, I was just asking. Do you think a mayor can be corrupt?
I think it would be really hard.
That's not the question.
I think it would be really hard in the current day and age.
Oh, so she's just trying
Easier than ever.
If not next to impossible.
Yes or no?
Given the checks and balances of the council, I think it would be impossible.
Right, of course.
Answer
No, of
keeps
course.
changing.
Given the checks and balances of the council, where a mayor would, yeah, of course, the checks and balances of the council. Now, on the aforementioned council, are you not the wife of Maximilian Thoroughbred?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Oh, very well.
You asked if there were any relations beyond coworker. She said Murphy was her ex-husband. Max is her current husband.
Were you escorted by any
Sounds like a
police
trustworthy
officers when you were
counsel.
walking through City Hall following the?
No,
following
no,
the-
no. I was walking by myself, looking extremely kidnappable.
Interesting. So you, the wife of the mayor,
he's fine.
were
he's
walking through the council unescorted by police officers. Is this again as a judge? Is this standard procedure for a crime scene?
I would say that there was no standard procedure for an attack of this magnitude. We haven't experienced that in this republic, and there was no precedent for the unprecedented attack upon the council.
What? What the fuck did she just say?
He just said.
She just tried to sound smart, but ain't say shit.
What
I've got
does that
something I
sum
can
up
try and
to?
catch her on. A whole lot of waffle.
As a judge of this city, as an expert witness, you've dealt with cases where multiple people were shot.
Yes.
This is a streamer too slow to understand. I
How
understand
frequently
completely. She said
do
she
you
just
see on
bullshitted.
criminal records shootings of 5, 6, 7, 8, or even more people?
During a typical gang-related shooting, fairly often. It would be hard for me to choose, but I could, if I was allowed by the judge, to pull up my
A crime scene's a crime scene.
2,500 pages of Google Docs and get you the exact number.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Interesting. So, in a city where these sorts of mass shootings occur all the time, this is unprecedented.
Yes, an attack on the council is unprecedented compared to a gang-related shooting. They're two different things. Comparing apples to oranges would be a false equivalency. That's a logical fallacy.
Still both fruit.
See, she just tries to act smart, but she fucking.
No, you're
stupid.
right. No, you're right. I mean, you were judge actually when I was mayor. Do you remember if there were any terrorist or sorry? Do you remember if there were any attacks upon me as a mayor at the time?
Objection relevance.
Sustained.
How long were you walking through the courthouse before you left?
Sorry, what was the first part of that sentence?
Following the attacks at the courthouse where you returned, how long were you walking through the courthouse?
90 seconds, maybe 120 seconds before I realized what was going on.
Did you say when she realized?
No further questions. Let me
Did I just hear
consult
that
my
correctly?
co-counsel. Anything else?
She
just a
wasn't a
little bit.
victim of a mass murder, and now she didn't realize until she realized
You see
what
what
was
I'm
going
saying,
on.
Mick? She tries to act super smart, but
Mrs.
says a whole bunch of
Thoroughbred,
nothing.
how long
we cooked that.
between you getting out of the hospital and you arriving at City Hall was there?
Not too long.
Was it 30 minutes?
Oh no. It was probably less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Committed assault right there. Fuck that attempted murder.
So I would like to refer you back to Officer Decker's testimony where he mentioned that officers were at the courthouse for around 2 hours 45 minutes to 3 hours 15.
Oh my god.
Is it your testimony that you didn't see any officers when you went there 2 minutes after you got out of the hospital?
Sorry, that was a long sentence. Say it again.
Oh, here we go.
Given that Officer Decker said that officers were there for, let's say, at least 3 hours, is it your testimony you didn't see officers there
Oh no,
2
I saw
minutes after you
officers.
got
I
out
never
of the
said that I didn't see officers. I was asked about barriers.
Bro,
or
she's
whatever.
throwing like crazy.
Honestly, don't really know what you meant by barriers. I'm
Look at
assuming
her.
She's starting to panic now.
But there's
Yeah,
definitely
she's
officers running
choking.
around. It's so close to Bell.
Yo, to be honest,
And the officers
Miki, you
just
actually
let you
just keep
walk
her up
through
there,
the
to be
crime
honest, and let her just keep panicking.
Yes.
He's just rambling at this point.
Sounds like she fucking rapping this
They let
shit,
you
bro.
walk past evidence?
Yes.
Did they question you
Yes.
about why you were there?
Yes.
What did they ask?
They're like, Siobhan, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm looking for everyone. They're like, they're not here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I left.
Were you escorted out?
She said she went up to the third floor and looked at a
No,
computer.
I was left to fend for myself.
Would it be correct to understand that officers let you
They
walk
literally-
all the way to...
Go
I
ahead.
was asking a question. Would it be correct to say that the officers let you walk all the way to the archives room before interrupting you?
They were very
Note that
focused
it's on
on
the
their
third
tasks. I'm not
floor.
even sure how many even noticed me.
So you don't believe the officers were cognizant of a victim walking through a crime scene?
I mean, Callista was, and she would told me, Siobhan, you should get out of here.
You should?
How many officers were there?
Are they doing this on purpose? Or
Well,
like...
given what was going on, it was
She
kind of
is
hard
fucking
to
There's no
see
way this-
people
there is-
I could hear,
yeah,
people that I
literally-
couldn't see. You know what I
there's no
mean?
way
So it's
they're
a
this
really
bad,
good
right?
question to ask.
I told you she's a shit lawyer.
Given what happened here earlier.
She just says big words.
I don't want to
Oh,
say
yeah,
something that's an
you know how
answer
this
that like
shit goes.
misanswers the question. I
Peanut,
don't
what
want
you
to
say?
like
What-
interrupt. I just want
yeah,
to make sure I'm being
at
honest.
this
Okay.
point, right?
She's smoking cock, man.
And you would know, and he would know.
Yeah, I'm experienced on that.
How long between the initial shooting and the officers securing the scene?
Oh, between the initial shooting, oh god, I don't know how many hours were we fucking on that floor hearing gunfire going off. It sounded like
There she goes with the crying voice. You ready?
sounded like fucking like Waco.
There she goes. There she goes.
Hold on, she about to ult.
Hold on, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have ADHD, which means I have a myopia at a time, and I'm really, really bad at estimating how long time things
Oh, here we
take.
go.
I really don't know how to answer this
no,
question
oh,
without
no.
fucking.
Oh, no.
That's crazy for a lawyer.
It seems like a very
Expert,
long
by the
time.
way. Expert, by the way.
Okay.
All I hear is fucking yep.
Were you involved in the investigation at all after the initial day?
Objection scope.
Take a rebuttal.
I believe it's in scope, as we have established that she was at least there when evidence was being collected, and trying to see if that may have happened further in the investigation is what we're trying to pry here.
Nothing on direct was asked about the following days or time afterwards. I'm going to sustain the objection.
Okay.
Fair enough. No further questions.
Boys, I actually think we might be acquitted of all charges at
Redirect.
this point.
That's a hell of a
Nothing on
mistrial.
redirect, Your Honor.
You recalling her?
But
That's
that's what
crazy.
we're saying now, but
Okay.
watch me do something.
Mr. Thoroughbred, you can go ahead and step down. Is this
No,
witness
Mickey,
part
no,
for
I don't-
recall?
I don't think we need.
Defense?
Up to you guys.
No need to recall at this time. I
Just
think
smurf
it's
on these
close
dudes.
enough.
I think that's your last witness, by the
Cooked
way.
it. She cooked it.
One more
Y'all
counter
ready
as a
for that
witness.
Hail Mary, Rami. I have it.
Bro,
cooked.
she threw so bad. Holy fuck.
Alrighty.
Good shit,
right,
Mickey
she's
Mouse. You
actually
got the
fucking stupid.
Everyone stay focused.
Any
Stay
additional
focused.
witnesses
It ain't
this time?
over.
Our final witness will be Dr. Philippa Cantor.
I can't help but notice that there's somebody sprawled out on the floor in here. Are they okay? Do they
He's just
require
lying
medical
down.
attention?
Okay, he's just lying down, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Peanut, I miss my car, man.
Why did they call Cantor?
Yo, they also.
Not sure.
For real, man. Doing all those things. Doing
They
some
haven't really
jobs.
proved to
Captain
Mickey
Corwood,
why
if you can go ahead
we should be
and-
charged with terrorism. Why we should be.
It's part
This
of
is
it.
what- this is our left now. You know what I'm saying? Jail.
I know they haven't.
Please, please
good.
raise your left hand.
Of course.
This is Mickey told me the other day. They're getting so
You
distracted
solemnly
with all
swear
this
that
other
your
shit.
testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury. So help you God.
I do.
Okay.
The witness is sworn in. Counselor, floor is yours.
For the court's record, what is your name?
I'm Dr. Philippa Cantor.
And what is your current employment position?
I am an attending physician at the Los Santos Medical Group, as well as the healthcare liaison on the current city council.
Where were you on May 22nd around 6 p.m. EST?
At 6 p.m., I would have been at the hospital.
Did you have anything planned around this time?
I was around a little bit earlier than I usually get on duty, so I planned to attempt to meet with Solomon Walker, the deputy mayor, to discuss legislation. And I called him requesting such.
After your meeting with Walker, what did you do next?
I was on duty for a short time longer before going to Sandy to see the sheriff.
Yeah,
get
why do they keep
announced,
saying the 22nd?
and then rushing straight back here for the city council meeting.
Literally happened
Were
on
you present
Tuesday,
at
no?
a meeting at City Hall?
Yes, I was.
Is this normally where you hold your meetings?
Yes. Every single time so far.
Oh, fucking AU shit.
Has a city council meeting ever been held in a different location?
No, it has not.
Are you aware of any other uses
EU,
for the
whatever
city
they're going
council
by?
meeting room?
As far as I'm aware of, no. There's no other use for it.
Did you see anyone outside the meeting room when you arrived?
Yes, I did. When I first got there, there were 3 individuals waiting outside. I believe Leah Strong, Ursula Lackenberg, and Alexander Bones.
And why were they there?
I had a brief discussion with them. Leah and Alexander mentioned that they were there to talk to us about farming, to kind of teach us what was going on with that. And Ursula
I'll let the
films
lawyers
these,
handle it.
meetings, so that's why she was there.
Did anything happen during the city council meeting?
I'm gonna pee real quick before it's our turn.
Yes. Approximately 10 to 15 minutes into it, at least it felt like, we were going to let those individuals in. Max got up, opened the door, and numerous individuals ran in, guns blazing, and started shooting at everyone. It kicked up a lot of smoke. I did not get a great look at what was happening around me. I tried to crawl through the smoke to hide off to the side. Once the smoke started to dissipate, I saw an individual dressed in black and white turn around, notice myself and Alex Domino, and shoot us both.
Did you hear anything during the shooting?
Just at the start, one of the individuals who barged in said something along the lines of meeting fucking adjourned, and something about fucking Peanut Small.
Do you know how long you were incapacitated for?
I was in need of medical attention for over an hour, but I was able to kind of get a rush of adrenaline and come to my senses after a couple minutes.
Were you treated after the shooting had been resolved?
Yes. Once the officers were able to come in, Officer Coyote helped with some stabilization on scene, and
Might
then
be able to
EMS
recall her
rolled
and
in
get her about
not
the
too long
malpractice
after,
from
and
that
I was
doctor.
transported to the hospital.
Did the city council meeting resume after the
Yeah, that's
shooting
on
had
you if
been
you wanna do
resolved?
No, it did not.
Rami, can't he say
Has the
like,
council
ask and
met
answer
since
it,
the
or is it
shooting
'cause it's a
occurred?
different witness, they can ask that.
A few of us have met to talk, but we
what?
have not been able to meet in any official capacity
Forget
due to numerous members being in and out of ICU after the shooting, as well as one being deceased.
Have you been threatened or felt threatened since the shooting occurred?
I have not been directly threatened. In fact, I think it's relatively public that Mr. K has been quite kind, all things considered, recently. However, due to the circumstances and many people involved, I have been a bit in fear, so I've been taking it real careful. Been sticking with the police.
Have the core functions of the city council been disrupted?
Yes, they have, unfortunately.
Yo, Ramos.
One moment.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Check the water, man.
Yeah, I wish I had a fucking.
Yeah,
phone.
bro, I
No
already
further
tweeted
questions,
that.
Your Honor.
Nah,
Doors
that's
up for
crazy.
cross.
What does it say?
Look what I tweeted.
What did you tweet? When?
Look it
I
up.
don't have any cross.
What'd Cantor say, chat?
Yo, what does it say,
Go
bro?
for it. Keep it brief.
Just I'm a nice guy?
Fuck.
Wait, that's the same shit.
Dr. Cantor, had this all not occurred, when would the next council meeting have been scheduled for?
They are currently every Tuesday, so it would have been right now.
Tuesday? I thought they're on the weekend.
Is the only unavailable member Mr. Walker?
No. Solomon Walker is also medically unavailable currently.
Yeah, I fuck with Cantor.
Define medically unavailable.
He's in the ICU at this time.
Wait, who is?
Has there ever been a council meeting where 2 members are not present?
I don't believe so.
Oh, Solomon.
Occasionally there's one missing, but usually it's very well communicated. We don't want to push forward and vote on people's behalf without their ability to decide if they would forfeit their vote.
Your position as healthcare liaison.
Yeah, the ADMC shit.
Is there any prerequisite of a position of power within the hospital for that position?
Actually, kind of the opposite. From my understanding, for the city council, you cannot be a member of high command. I'm essentially a command level, so I'm representing.
If that's the case, then why is Cornwood captain and he's liaison?
What goes on around there? But I do have a decent amount of experience at the hospital. Yes.
Being in command, does that mean you have some authority within the hospital?
Yes. Yeah. I am still a level of authority.
Have you... sorry, one moment. You ever dealt with Dr. Montez at all?
Objection scope.
Sustain.
No further questions, but we'd like to mark the witness for recall.
Understood.
Understood.
Anything on redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Didn't expect
Dr. Cantor, you can go ahead and step down. Are there any additional witnesses for the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like to highlight evidence at this time, or will you do it as part of your...
I will do it as part of closing.
Does the prosecution rest?
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
The prosecution rests. That has kind of gotten us to the halfway point of this matter. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's take 5. Everyone stretch, get a drink, get some food. Court will reconvene at 30 minutes after the hour. Court's in a brief recess.
Yippee!
Okay.
Right.
Did they just say halfway?
It's not actually.
It's not going to be halfway because he's not calling anybody up. So he's going to be really quick.
30 minutes past the hour.
Because one half of the side have given their arguments.
Yeah, our
but
side
we are
doesn't
not
have shit.
calling any of you.
Hey man, standing on business 3 times, man.
Yeah.
All the time. Hold on. How long did he say? How long
Listen, hold on.
Oh, like 5 minutes.
Everyone knows, stay calm. Don't
4
go
minutes
talking
of what?
shit. Let's just keep our shit here, you know what I'm saying?
And going and doing other things and then coming back.
100%.
And then what?
Like, all we're going to do is call up Cantor and call up Max, and that's it.
You sure you don't want me to understand, man?
Wait,
I can spit some game.
I think they mean...
Mickey's going to be questioning Dab,
9:30,
and
no?
I'm going to be questioning Cantor. I'm going to try and get her to speak to the malpractice of that doctor.
Yeah, we're just doing like 2 recalls, right? And then closing?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
5 minutes.
Let me ask you a question. Max did say he never said he was commissioner. Meanwhile, everybody that was on stand said he was.
Siobhan did, so we can just direct him to her testimony.
Dude,
Okay,
in
perfect.
literally, Robin, in
Actually,
the
3
video,
minutes.
you literally hear him
Someone's winking
ordering
and he's
people to
like,
be
"Come on,
arrested
yeah.
while he was down in the meeting room.
Yeah.
It's on
Yeah,
video.
Dab is Mickey's.
Hey, he literally lied on the
thing.
stand, bro. It's
Yeah.
as simple as
The
that.
boy,
Also-
they got it. Let the lawyers do their job.
I'm dealing more with the medical and murder part. He's dealing more with the terrorism part.
Okay.
Hi, Ray. Hi, Ursula.
I think for
So-
momentum's sake, we don't recall Cantor.
Okay.
Sure, okay.
I think we only call. There's something about only calling Max.
Yeah, I'm alright. Are you okay?
Yeah, you're scaring me with that gun. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna-
that could
Oh, okay. I'm
unless your
sorry.
question
You're
to
more than
Cantor
welcome
could
to
be
step to
quick.
the side if you'd like, but I need to keep it out.
It's basically
Which I
gonna
did.
be-
I'm sorry.
Have you dealt with
It's okay,
Dr.
I'm just like-
You could go calm, like little bitch.
Actually, you know,
Are
yeah.
you-
You know,
like-
It's
I'll
gonna be
let
really
you-
bad.
I'll let
It's
you
gonna
cook.
be
Have
really.
you dealt with him before?
It's gonna
Are
be
you aware
really
of any
bad for you
malpractice?
two. Okay.
Like,
Don't
have you
give
ever
me food,
disciplined
too.
him
What's
for
going on, Henry?
malpractice? Do you know if anyone is disciplined for malpractice? how many times, and that's about it.
Okay, perfect. That works.
Hello, can I help you?
I'm going to be working on my closing.
Yeah, bro, you're not
We're
cuffed
doing
to
good,
shit.
everyone.
I broke the fucking chair.
They cuffed me to this table, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wooden ass table. Break the fucking table. Break the part of the table.
I slipped my hand out right in front of him.
Do
He
you have
didn't
an
do
eye track? I
shit.
did get punched off.
Yes.
Hey, Vinny.
I have to put it
Yeah, that's
on.
Hey, Vinny.
What's up, bro?
What up, bro? It's me. It's me.
So what happened?
In general?
Yeah, I couldn't go either because Karma was in the ICU.
No, it's recess.
No, I think they're just taking a
Oh,
break.
recess.
So like,
Looking good, Ray.
You're
Looking
great.
good. Nice
You
set.
too,
Nice fashion
Mr.
sense.
K. Oh yeah. It's all the rage right now.
Yeah, you know, it's what's in right now. I gotta look good.
Thank you very much.
your friend?
The case right now is a terrorism case. Right now we're briefing one side. That side said their piece.
No, it isn't true. Actually, he didn't say
Oh
that.
my God.
Hi, Mr. K. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man.
Hey,
I'm doing
Schnookums.
good. How are you?
What happened to your left eye?
Me? Oh, it's,
You know what happened.
You
tried to
ejaculated
hit
on
on
me?
me. You ain't seen me since that day, have you?
What day?
Yeah, I put some.
You know what day. That they shot me in the back and I screamed for my life for doing my job.
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, Carmine, your minute's up. It's time for
that
quick
now?
comeback, so you're gonna have to wait.
Oh my, you fucking ruined! Now I have to
Sorry,
wait through this
Carmine.
whole court case!
Time's up. You have to go sit down again.
Oh, yeah, you said
I'm gonna say it now.
Hold on, we had a recess.
Vivek,
Yes,
I told you so.
Yeah, it's been
Go back
fun.
to seat.
I told you so.
Fuck you. I hit the gavel, by the way.
She's the one who was in a throuple with Scotty and Tammy.
Your Honor,
Why
so
did
quick
she?
point
Why
of
is she
order
even like doing all that
before
though?
we,
It makes no
continue.
sense.
I don't know.
Can we have the conversations in the
Leave it allowed.
gallery stop or move further back towards the back of the
Like, Romy, you know the way that cops
Please,
can
no
ping for
disruptions to
lawyers?
council.
Yeah.
That never happened for her.
Let's continue this court
It
case.
happened
Get
for
through it.
Suarez, though.
We've been doing good so
Yeah.
far. My understanding is we have just a couple of witnesses to speak to, and then we'll have closing statements and deliberations. Y'all have been great so far. Keep it up. The more you keep it up, the sooner we you guys can kind of speak for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you a dog?
Captain Bailiff Cornwall, can you patrol the peanut gallery every so often?
What you say? What you say about me?
Absolutely.
Not you, Peanut. The
Oh,
gallery.
all right.
If you wanted, you
gallery.
could just roll over them or sit on
His
them or
switch up was
whatever you need
crazy.
to do to contain them.
Okay.
We are picking up with the defense to present their. Who will you be calling first?
The defense calls Dr. Philippa Cantor to the stand.
All right, Cantor, come on back up.
Oh, they're doing
Reminder,
Cantor.
you're already under oath.
Yes, understood.
Okay. Looking great, Cantor.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Dr. Cantor, just a few questions for you. In your previous testimony, you stated that you are in a command position in the hospital. Have you ever dealt with Dr. Montez?
Yes, I have. I have worked with him for many, many years.
Me and Cantor go way back, man. Way back. Dude.
What's your opinion of him as a doctor?
As a doctor, he does an extremely good job. I have never once had an issue with his medical treatment. I have been there with him in surgeries and other things. He holds it down.
Hold it down.
Have you ever dealt with him in regards to malpractice?
No,
me daddy, man.
there has never been any accusations of malpractice against Montes.
I gave it to Camilla.
Peanut, stay in your fucking seat, bitch.
Would you consider his
What'd
actions
you say, sir?
with the defibrillator that of a good doctor?
Oh.
Try to be a good bitch.
As explained on the stand
Don't
today,
you get hauled by a K
medical
every day?
is not a
Shut the fuck up.
It is
Yo, what
weighing
the fuck,
pros
man?
and cons of any
You don't shut
treatment
up.
that you do to a patient.
What do you mean? He literally said
Such
something.
as CPR, you might break their ribs. That is harming them, but it would save their life.
This dude never shut up,
His
Rami.
actions that
Holy
day
fuck.
I'm trying to listen to the court case.
real,
You know what I
he
mean?
happened this time.
Yo, how about you go fight a fucking
Despite
cockroach,
any
you
potential
fucking big belly
Too
bitch?
loud as fuck.
Hey, y'all need to keep it down, okay?
So do so loud, Vin.
Your belly need to keep it
That's what I'm
down, man.
saying, dude.
Y'all on my dick
Have
for
you
no
ever had
reason,
the
man.
discipline, Dr. Montez?
Other
When I
than
piss him off, she'd be like, "Yeah, he's worse than Zakid."
personal issues unrelated to his
Fuck
work,
up, man.
I have not even received complaints, let alone had to punish him.
You know, you always bitching, bro.
Bro, chill. Let the lawyers focus.
So, have you had to punish him on a personal matter?
No. Like I said, not even any complaints.
Wait, what?
No
Didn't
further
it-
questions from me, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything needed on Cross?
We have
Euro?
3 against them?
Or Oliver?
Unless they asked about the wrong one.
What?
No questions on Cross, Your Honor.
All right, Dr. Cantor, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you again for remaining here. You can stay, you can go at this point.
Of course.
Defense, your next witness.
The defense calls Maximilian Thoroughbred, the mayor, commissioner, police commissioner. Sorry, I'm unsure which one he is, to the stand. Or is he a victim in this case?
I
We
don't
call him
see
to the
him
stand
here.
either way.
Well, he's not.
You
He's
just
very
reversed.
stepped out.
We can keep the commentary to the side, Mr. Sinclair.
No recall. He was recalled.
I'll give him a call. I got his number right now.
Okay.
Wasn't he told to stay in the courtroom?
Yeah, you guys notice every cop has their gun out?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, for
Shoot
real?
outside thing.
Oh, we're fucked. We're gonna die.
Your Honor, why are guns drawn currently?
Oh, because I'm here.
True.
I'm not certain. I'm not handling the security response or the PD's response.
It's making me
Is there,
uncomfortable.
I'm a little bit scared, Your Honor.
is there currently an active threat, officer?
You gotta respect your courtroom, man.
Several of us have guns out. Are you talking to me or another individual? I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Every cop here has their gun out.
Understood. I'll defer to your best judgment. They're not brandishing them at you, gentlemen.
Well, I mean, everyone in here came through a metal detector, so it just seems excessive.
It's still possible to sneak weapons past. I was shot the other day in the courtroom, so.
Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes, I actually dodged the bullets.
I'm so happy you're
Oh, you dodged that shit?
Oh fuck! What a shame. I'm just kidding.
I believe the
Angel
judge's
Duck.
stand has the same sort of
A judge.
protection as the council table did.
All right. As a reminder, Mr. Thoroughbred, you are still under oath.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm good to proceed.
I think so.
Thank
I might head back to.
Come on, Mick.
Mr.
Finish
Thoroughbred,
strong.
I want to start by asking you, what happened to you after you were incapacitated at the courthouse?
Immediately after, I was kind of stunned. Obviously, I'd been shot. I was moved into the meeting room. This is probably like not like right after the shooting, but like pretty close to right after the shooting, and then I was deposited near the door inside.
Did you receive medical care following this?
No.
What?
You didn't receive any medical care
I
at all?
I mean, like after the whole situation, yeah, we were trapped in there. They were having a fucking gunfight.
He is
while
fucking
TJ Walker
dumb.
bled
He
out
does
on the
this with every
ground,
question. He says
died.
no, and then says except for this
Okay,
time.
and then following your medical care, what did you do after that?
Every time.
Like after I went to the hospital?
Correct.
I don't really recall specifically what I did.
Okay.
That's convenient.
In your actions as mayor, as we discussed earlier in this case, there's the charges of prison break, and was there an attempt made by you as the mayor to apprehend the suspects?
As the mayor? No.
Yeah. As the mayor, no. Did you act in any other capacity to try to apprehend the suspects?
Yeah, over the past, like, I don't know, however long this manhunt's been going on. Yeah.
Oh, this manhunt. Are you involved in directing this manhunt at all?
I was appointed by the state of San Andreas as the commissioner of police.
Who appointed?
Who were appointed by the state of San Andreas as the police commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
Is that would you say that's normal proceeding for a mayor to also be appointed as a commissioner for the police department?
Objection leading.
How so?
No fucking training needed to be commissioner these days.
Suggesting an answer with the way he has phrased the question.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
Your honors, I'm trying to establish how
you should just rephrase it.
Chief commissioner, or sorry, the commissioner for the police department is appointed when they're also already serving as the mayor. It seems unconventional to me. I'm curious if Mayor Thoroughbred will speak on that.
You see what he's trying to do, right, Peanut?
I'm not talking.
That's an idiot.
Peanut, you gotta know when to talk.
He
See,
said,
right now there's silence, so
I'm
you
not
can
talking.
talk, right?
I don't hear anything.
Whatever you say, Baldy.
I think
Peanut,
Peanut
shut
is
the
sound
fuck
activated.
up, bruh.
Yeah, this guy always EB.
Action's gonna be overruled.
Shit, shut up.
Ramos, I ain't taking shit from a
Restate the
guy
question?
that's scared of a fucking little spider.
From the record I have it
Okay,
is, would you say
act
that
like
it's
Vinny, bro,
normal for the
relax.
mayor to
The
be
man's got a
appointed
fucking
commissioner?
HVAC over here.
When considering the vast and chronicled history of every mayor in Los Santos, I would say it's unconventional because the mayors of Los Santos of the past were famous for embezzlement, dereliction of duty, and other assorted crimes.
Objection, facts, nothing evidence.
You know, new mayor's a
Yeah,
terrorist.
stand on business.
I mean, he's answering the question that was posed by the defense.
And there's no direct accusation in there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that on the record.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor, for leaving that on the record. This is true, ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom. Mayors of Los Santos certainly have a long record of embezzlement and corruption. Very great point, Mayor Thoroughbred.
Let's strike that as counsel testify. Let's stick to the questions here, Mickey.
Of course. Thank you so much, Your Honor. As commissioner, were you involved in this investigation?
No, it was headed up by Decker. I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose the other investigators for their own safety. I don't really know how that protocol works.
Were you involved in the manhunt to pursue the defendants?
Oh, yeah.
So you
As a
were involved in
victim.
the manhunt to pursue the defendants,
Mm-hmm.
but you were not involved in the investigation.
Correct.
Not being involved in the investigation is crazy.
I'm sure, as a mayor,
right there.
you
Like 3 times already.
appointed an oversight committee, some sort of committee that could ensure that this was this transition of tremendous power was done in an appropriate manner.
No. What's your response to that?
What? No? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, now this is
what-
curious, Mayor Thoroughbred. This is curious. Because you said you're not involved in the investigation.
Right.
Who in the police department would ensure that you're not involved in the investigation?
Oh, there you go. Bitch ass Crane giving advice over there. You hear him?
Repeat that?
Who in the police department could ensure that you are not involved in the investigation?
Objection, relevance.
Oh, this is highly relevant, Your Honor. Because
How so?
how so?
Yes, you rebuttal.
It's highly relevant because the commissioner would be the one who oversees the entire police department. A commissioner, which would have to ensure that the investigation is done in a fair and judicious way following due process. A commissioner which is then appointed by the state as also the mayor in this case, and the victim in this case.
Oh, Mickey about to burn this fucking courtroom down.
God damn. Beautifully put.
Take a rebuttal from the prosecution.
If the defense feels that they have a civil case, they are totally free to be able to.
Bison got, I mean, Decker got on the stand and fucking said he didn't get regret.
Criminal
That's an idiot, bro.
today.
Hey, classic. Civil case. Classic.
10-2.
Civil case wouldn't solve the matter of the integrity.
Yo, Mickey, tell your mom I fuck with her, bro. Right?
Objection for relevance is going to be sustained.
Very well.
Did he just say sustained?
Do you have access, Maximilian Thoroughbred, to the reports involving this case?
Yep.
You're going to jail.
Oh, okay. And at any time, you can also inject yourself into those reports, correct?
Objection leading.
Let me ask a different question.
And thank you.
How did he sustain that?
If
I don't
there
know. That
were
makes no sense.
improper
It was leading.
The previous one,
investigation
right? No, the previous one.
Yeah.
and failure of due process regarding the
Why?
investigation,
Because that's Max.
It's because these judges
who
are
from the
fucking dumb as
police
shit.
No, Norman
would that
Adams is a
fall
cop
to?
judge, Vinny. Telling you.
No,
They're
you already
direct
told me.
superiors in this case. If Decker were the lead investigator, it
Like he
would
dick
fall to
rides
the
them.
chief of police and assistant chief of police in their chain of command to handle it
Guzzle them down
properly.
on their dicks, bro.
Oh, their chain of command to the chief of police. And who does the chief of police answer to?
Me, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yo, all this.
That's
and
crazy
what's
because he
gonna
started
happen,
this
so-
case saying he can't give orders.
Open for
Hey,
cross.
everybody's guilty for everything.
Holy shit.
All right, Mr. Mayor, just a couple questions. Did you recuse yourself from the investigation?
Shit, man.
Yes.
All right. We already.
He sounds pissed, bro. You hear about? He sounds.
I just got one more
His-
question. Is there anything that you want to
hairline's
say
going
to
even
the
further back.
individuals that shot at you?
Objection relevance.
Sustained.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, go sit back down, homie.
Uriel,
No
you got
further
anything?
questions. No.
Thought you would have,
Mr.
man.
Thoroughbred, you
homie.
can step down for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, terrorist.
You are excused at this point. You can stay. You can go. It's up.
Hey, that's
Well,
my
I'll stay.
terrorist right there.
Defense, will you be calling any additional witnesses at this time?
These guys gonna.
Nope.
Your Honor, are these officers gonna gun us down or something? I'm a little bit. This is getting intense.
They're not going to gun you down, Robbie.
I keep getting closer and closer. to us.
Defense
Yeah, I
counsel,
know.
any additional witnesses? Anyone going to testify?
No, Your Honor. That is all.
Okay. Would you like to highlight evidence now or
There they go. Choo, 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 choo.
in closing?
Peanut, stop.
In closing.
Stop.
Or actually,
what?
What are you doing? Get back into the fucking table, bitch.
One
better
moment.
do it in-
I didn't even do
better
that.
it in
What the
closing
fuck?
'cause we get the last word.
Okay.
Take a moment.
Yo,
In
what the
closing.
hell?
Thank you.
Does the defense rest then, Mr. Sinclair?
The defense rests. Thank you so much.
Get hold, little bro.
Fuck you, bitch.
Gentlemen, how are we looking on closing statements? Are they going to be ready? Do we need time? How do we look here?
I'm ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense?
Take a second if you need it.
Yeah, I'd like a brief second, just a few minutes, maybe even just 3.
Just 3? All right. I'll give you 3 minutes. We'll give you till 50 after the hour. Or it's in recess.
All right, let our lawyers cook up, boys.
Right.
I'll confer with you in a second, but I just need one moment to write some notes down. Let me cook.
What is a rebuttal?
Oh, hey, we're at 50 after the hour. Mr. Sinclair, are you good?
Yes, I am.
All right.
this
We'll
where
go ahead
the
and call
Hail
this
Mary
back
comes
into
in?
session.
Yes.
Statements
Well,
will begin with the prosecution.
not just the Hail Mary, but like all of it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mickey, you're doing fucking amazing. Tell Mama we love her.
Got one final.
Your
call.
Honors, ladies and gentlemen of the court, citizens
chat.
of Los Santos. What happened last week was nothing short of a terrorist attack on our city. The 6 defendants came to City Hall. They waited in the archive room on the 4th floor, next to the meeting place of our highest legislative body.
No, we don't know that.
They watched a live stream of events happening in the meeting room, waiting until the door was unlocked before moving in to shoot everyone in the room. When the smoke cleared, their actions and the consequences thereof were clear. 26 government employees were injured. Their actions led to the death of our city's treasurer,
26
TJ
government
Walker.
employees?
Their actions led to the disruption of our highest legislative body's core functions.
No, it's just 26 total.
The testimony you've heard today from Officer Decker describes a scene of chaos as the LSPD responded to shots fired at City Hall. The LSPD, through their actions, was able to fight their way to the council meeting room, meeting heavy resistance from the 6 defendants. Those defendants were shot down, and they were arrested. The evidence shows that they were the ones who engaged in a firefight. They were the ones recorded bursting into the council room and shooting down those who were meeting inside. Once processed for these crimes, 4 of the defendants during a DOC work release escaped from prison during a firefight. They left prison custody at that time without the permission of the LSPD or the DOJ. They have been on the run until the proceedings today.
Well,
Treasurer TJ Walker was shot in the course of this attack on City Council. He lay on the floor of that council room, bleeding while a holdout took place. The doctors, once they were able to get to him, tried valiantly and professionally, as testified to by Dr. Wilson, to save his life. Despite this, TJ Walker died due to his injuries, as shown by the autopsy report, as a result of the gunshot wounds that he suffered in that meeting room. To finish, Your Honors, I would like to ask a question. Does the gunning down of the highest body of government during its official business as a government body with absolute disruption of government activities rise to the level of terrorism? Given the testimony today of the impact on our city council, the video footage of the attack, a shooter saying, "Meeting fucking adjourned, bitch." This totality of evidence cannot be ignored by this court.
It rolls with the
Can't
emphasis
ignore
on bitch.
speaking about his mother
Inherently
either.
political body that disrupts its core function,
Yeah, skipped over that part.
its ability to operate, and its ability to meet can be nothing less than terrorism.
Hey, Robin.
Thank you, Your
Yep.
Honors.
Isn't like what Dad did like
That was
what
a
is it
week.
called? Like
That was
the,
weak.
That was
like
ass.
the fucking
Shut up! I'm trying to
Shut
listen.
the fuck up,
police-
Vince. Shut the fuck up.
Mr. Hall, any
No, not
additional
really.
remarks?
Yo,
You ain't gonna tell me to
Let
shut
Mickey
the fuck
focus
up.
up. I'm gonna. You
Yeah,
my
bro,
hoe.
let her
Take your resounding silence as a no.
Finn, yes,
Turn it over to the
Oh,
defense.
sorry.
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
Yeah, he was in his head. He's good.
Defense.
Can you say it
yours.
again? Can you say it again, Kay?
Hold on, bro. Let this dude do his thing.
Yo, okay, tell Rami, man.
Your Honors, members of the court, the accused are charged with terrorism. I'll focus on that first. As the prosecution so eloquently put, but also left out, the unlawful use of extreme violence against government entities that would pursue disruption, destabilization, or destruction of those entities. That's what. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I left something out. For political or religious aims. That's right. The prosecution submitted reports, witness statements, video, phone records, medical reports, a cornucopia of evidence, but nothing heard in this courtroom today establishes a political aim. And a political aim, a motive, Your Honors, is what defines the charge of terrorism. Oh, sure, the prosecution is focused on the, quote, destruction and destabilization of those government entities. But that last part, for political or religious aims. Regarding the first part, violence in our city can always disrupt the functions of governments. And we have charges specifically for that. The attempted murder of an LEO, etc. But again, in this entire case, they ignored half of the charge, political aims. The victims and location of the violence are insufficient to develop that aim, but a motive, political or religious, is needed in addition to that violence. A gunman can attack Senior Buns, a private business, and massacre civilians unrelated to the government. But if they're complemented with a manifesto about their desires for a monarchy, it is terrorism by the nature of their aim and their stated objective, not their target. And today, in this courtroom, before you, Your Honors, and before everyone, the prosecution has failed tremendously. A tweet does not substantiate political motive. Meeting adjourned is not a political aim. Throughout the entirety of this case, the prosecution has failed to establish any clear political or religious aim from the defendants. And I repeat, throughout the entirety of this case, the prosecution has failed to establish any clear political or religious aim from the accused. But I find it humorous. Members of the court, I find it humorous. Because there was indeed political aim established in this courtroom here today. Did you not catch it? It was during the testimony of a one Maximilian Thoroughbred. The defense showed you how you can establish political aims, not the prosecution. Mr. Thoroughbred, it seems, had the political aims to use this calamity to consolidate power as both mayor and also as a commissioner of the police. But Mr. Thoroughbred is not on trial today. We don't have to expand on that any further. It's the accused that are on trial today. And they are charged with a plethora of other charges beyond terrorism. And I ask you, Your Honors, is this: what is due process? To find the accused guilty, there cannot be any reasonable doubt regarding these charges. And through his own testimony, Maximilian Thoroughbred has demonstrated he potentially could have intervened in the investigation. The reporting duties of the police, the highest chain of command, was himself. Yet he is also the mayor, also the victim in the case. We already saw that he inserted himself into matters of police work. He declared beyond the office of the mayor himself to be commissioner in a citywide manhunt of the accused.
If Dab just sat his ass down as the mayor.
There was no oversight. There was no due process. There was nothing to ensure the fairness and justice that this court seeks to uphold. And that, Your Honors, you might find this case impossible, but that is your reasonable doubt. I'm not asking you to doubt with your eyes what you might see in a video. I am asking you, through your integrity and honor as judges of the law, I'm asking you, was that due process? Or could due process have been destroyed in this case? To find the accused guilty of any of these charges, you capitulate to an investigation that is compromised by a whole host of corruption. To find the accused guilty, you surrender the laws of the land, the integrity and separation of our judicial system, and you stain the fabric of our democracy at the behest of a despot masquerading as a leader. The defense rests.
What the fuck was that last spot? I have no
He stood
clue
on
what he
business
said.
30 times.
This is some big ass motherfucking words, man. I
Said
don't
some
understand.
SAT words.
Tell your mom that
Tell your mom. So beautiful.
Tell your mom I'll buy dinner.
All right. Keep
Jake's
it to
on me
yourselves.
tonight, right?
Court's gonna be in recess while we step out to go and deliberate.
Hey, Mickey, what was that
I'm gonna
last
be honest
part
with
you
you.
said?
We got a lot to go over here. It's gonna take us a little while. I need the defendants who are here to remain in the room. Everyone else can kind of roam. We'll put out an announcement when the verdict is going to be read. We'll give you about a 10 to 15 minute lead time. Court's going to be in recess at this time.
I want to eat. Hey, bro, I don't
Thank
know
you,
who
Your Honor.
you are, but you just
Cancer,
stood on
don't get
business
too
like
close to him.
30
He might put a
times.
hit out on you again. Don't get too close to him.
Hey, Mickey, come here.
Thank you for
Mickey,
the warning,
God.
sir. I
Yep.
appreciate you.
Careful.